Is it? Seems like. It is live. So, Hellowdy, ladies and gents. So, we got another Saturday Scrub Night Live. Cheers, ladies and gents. Hellowdy and welcome, everyone. Let me see at the chat thingy, because, yeah, I was at the basement stuff and boom, boom, boom. Number one guest for tonight, ladies and gents. Who that could be? Tom, Miss Stormy. Hello, Miss Stormy. Welcome and always pleasure to see ya. And unfortunately, right after I got message like this. Yeah. Oh well, we got to live through it. But anyway, there is like Tom, this thingy. So she get her trophy. Stormy's always getting points and the trophy. So good. Right after Mr. Christian show up. Hello there, Mr. Christian. Welcome. Good to see you as always, sir. Hope you're doing well. Trying to look at the chat. Mr. Alimak show up. Hello there, Mr. Alimak. Welcome. Good to see you as always. Mr. Electronic Scrapper show up. Cheers, sir. Hello there and welcome. And then Mr. Click. Mr. Tom show up. Hello there, sir. Welcome. Good to see you as always. And then Mr. Steve. Cheers, Mr. Steve. Go get your firewood. That's important stuff. And yeah, see you later on. I hope. If you manage, will be cool. If not, we will see soon, I guess. Mr. Lofer show up. Hello there, Mr. Lofer. Cheers, sir. Always good to see ya. Mr. Then, Mr. Ed show up. Cheers, Mr. Ed. Hello there. Welcome. Yeah. Continue on with the chat. Mr. Lee show up. Hello there, Mr. Lee. Cheers. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And continuing on this little thingy. Sleeping Bear. Oh, long time no see. Exactly. Busy making a great house in the woods. God told me to move. You're gonna move into the woods? Yeah, that could be an awesome adventure. Definitely. Yeah. Sound really interesting. I hope you make some footage out of it. Yeah, I haven't seen any videos and your name in the chats and all over. So really nice to see you, buddy. Really nice. Miss Jeanette Pickering. Hello there, Miss Jeanette. Cheers and welcome. Good to see you as always. Pleasure to see you. Mr. H Recycling show up. Hello there, Chris. Good to see you, sir. Always. And then Mr. Mikey show up. like and lurking, but I'll probably only see 10 minutes and falling asleep, but the future will watch the rest. Good to see you, Mikey. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is good at your side. And yeah, thank you very much for jumping in at the very beginning. And yeah, if I not get not become like too boring, maybe you'll not fall asleep. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not promising. If you fall asleep, oh well, you can blame it on me. No worries. And then it's been fun learning solar. Oh, Licarpoli, I'm sorry, I cannot help with solar thingy. I didn't go so far yet. Uh, yeah, yeah, YouTube is a big word, and you cannot remember everyone, and quite hard to keep with everyone. I understand, no worries. Okay, so I believe I did say Hellowdy to each and every one of you. What's in on the chat? Everyone enjoy the day. I've been listening and okay, seem weird in the middle of the nowhere. Hey, no worry, it's good. It's good, no worry. You can enjoy and listen. Mikey, that's totally fine. No worry. If you fall off, that's just life, right? Anyway, I did prepare something for tonight. That was quite quick preparation. And yeah, we're gonna start from amalinium. Of course, we're gonna scrap some amalinium from the beginning. So, ladies and gents, boom, boom, boom. Cheers for the good show, for the good time, for the good stream. Right? Lovely beer. I like it. One of my favorite. Okay, so let's point the camera. Some doggo barking. Mm. Let's point the camera on the tonight's topic. So, ladies and gents, boom, boom, boom. What does it look like? Basically, it does look like electric motor, right? But it's not just an electric motor because of this thingy that is actually extra value to it. Because of this thingy, that's actually not extra value to it. But yeah, that make it run in one phase, just 220 or 110, depend of wherever in the world you are, what kind of voltage you got in your installations. Another thing. Oh, what's that? You, some nasty piece of tape. What a clean bench, definitely. Tom, nothing like Ian's, right? Or Solar's. Anyway, so this part here, from here to here, it definitely like electric motor. We got like plate in here. What does it say? Let me see. On or basically let us see, right? Can we? Can we? Kind of. Let me try to read from the screen because it's slightly bigger than. Stop shaking. No, it's not gonna. Not. It's not gonna work. Anyway, okay. So let's put the camera here. Boom, boom. Let me try to read from the self plate. What does it stand it on it? 12 microfarad, 400 volts. So with what? I don't understand that. Motor MG71A4 plus something. I don't get it whatsoever. P2 0180 kilowatts. I don't get that marking. I don't know what kind of marking it is, but I don't get it whatsoever. That's some weird marking. Hello, the freaking awesome. Welcome. Seems like half horsepower. No, it's not. It's not half horsepower. Looking for the wattage. 0.180 kilowatts. So that gives kilowatts by the whole horsepower. Quickly check. Come on, just to be sure. kV power to HP equal kilowatts 0.8. Hey, why is not 0.8? 0.8? Nah, 0.18. That makes more sense. No, it makes no sense. 24 horsepower? No way whatsoever. For approximate result, multiply by value 1.36. No, it makes no sense. It cannot be like 24 horsepower. Definitely not. Volt. Hertz. Okay, 220, 230. And so that's speed or rotation. 0.97, 0246. No, it doesn't make any sense. This marking make no sense. Anyway, honestly, who cares? We're gonna scrap it anyway. Omar will help. Gulliver Travels. 1.5 horsepower. I'm getting Shelton Pony. Cheers, Mr. Bill. Hellowdy. Scrapping today. Good to see you, sirs. Hellowdy, Mr. Jason. Welcome. Anyway, what does look for me? It's some kind of compressor because of this little thingy here. It's sticking out. So that's kind of, I believe that's kind of air filter. And then we got like air little connectors. Weird, but oh well. Some of it, actually most of it, gonna be like brassy stuff. And there's like little thingy, what look like little rusty right there. So this piece is rusty. So definitely no brassy. This is gonna be brassy. That's gonna be like inlet or outlet, I don't know. Some kind of valve right there. Just the connection and then connector to the tiny compressed pipe. Compressed or air compressed or air pipe, whatever you call it. Maybe I'm supposed to put the camera somewhere closer. But then it's gonna get like plenty shakiness from the stuff what I'm doing. Anyway, hey, sit here, camera, cooperate. Sometimes cron doesn't make sense. Agree. And sometimes my camera won't stay where I want it to stay. Why is that? There we go. Cooperate, camera. Hello there, Miss Joelle. Welcome. Good to see you as always. So first off, what we're gonna do, and as well, this thingy are provided with some kind of look gummy feet. Boom, 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 just to prevent the shakiness. So there is like little gummy bugger. Or actually, you know what? We can make this thingy run and see if this thingy is possible to run. Fuhe. I'm just looking at the connector. Of course, we got like 1, 2, 3 terminals together. Then we got 2 of it. And then we got like cap right there with the cap broken off. So I bet we got to put our power to, if our cap going here and there, then we would need to put our power to this terminal and this one. Seems like. I don't know. What do you guys think? Shall we try to run this bugger? Hello to Mr. Tommy. We can see a bucket. I got plenty of them. Come on, no wonder why. But first of all, I would like to see if the self engine is able to turn. So what I'm gonna do, try to put, uh-oh, either it won't move, or just to be sure, let's do something smarter than that and undo like 2 or 3 screwies, what I gotta undo anyway, and see. Can I use machine? No, not this one. This one got a drill. This one got no battery. Yes. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Got the screw. Crap. This is Torxes. Torxes slash flatties. So, yeah, let's try to use the flat one. Oof! It won't come out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. First complication. Oh, I see movement. It's going, but it's not going easy. Okay. Brute force and ignorance. Impact. And Torxie number 20. If I can find one, that would be cool. Got one. Okay, let's see. This is how you do it. Okay, screwy number 1. Only 2? Really? Surprising. Hoo. Nastiness. Sweat. And then, holy scrapoly. That was definitely good. I haven't put the power on this bugger, because it is totally spiders seal it. No, it won't move whatsoever. Pishki makapackers. Oh well, so that's mean this little bugger is finished. So let's try to undo this connector. What was super easy. And yeah, oh well. Most of this gonna be brass, except of this little piece in there. Oh, little flathead, clearly brass piece. Nickel plated brass, more brassy piece, and those little thingies also brass. So, yeah. Or maybe that's not the rust. It's just rust from the air. I don't know. I'm just gonna drop it into the brass, like so. There we go. Okay then. What next we can do? Okay, we got another kind of heating section. I believe this little piece is kind of compressor. I believe. I'm not sure. Seems like. So I'm not gonna care about the screwies anymore. Now we need like little Phillips CCCs. So let's switch to Phillips CC and try. And try again. There we go. Boom. Number one. Number two. Uh-oh. This one won't cooperate. Nothing new. Uh-oh. This one is clearly won't cooperate. What about this one? Few taps just to. Can nickel plated brass go with the yellow one? I guess so. I hope so. I think. Though I got like few buckets sorted, like each one to each bucket. I guess they go together. Hello, Mr. Scrooge. Welcome. Let's see. Boom. Number two comes out with no problemo. We got one more, a little rusty, but not that bad. Yeah, this one goes as well. So we got though this one. What won't come out? This little bugger. Few gentle taps for make it more cooperative. And then what tools I'm gonna use? And screwdriver? No, not really. No, that's not gonna work. I did use Omer already. I did use my impact. Boom! Success. Surprisingly. Wow. Okay. What do we got behind this little cover? A lot of nasty stuff. And yeah, that's just piece of shred. And then we got like little fun. What ain't moving whatsoever. Pishki bugger. At the bottom of it, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 little hex screwy. Boom. Let's see. Can I find like little Allen key what gonna fit to this little buggers? Last time I organized my bits, so there's chance I can find something what gonna fit to it. Small, but still there is a chance. Yeah. More Torxy than hex. Maybe. Yeah, that's maybe the one. This little holder is kind of stiff. Crap. This one is too small. I need something bigger. Something bigger like, oh, maybe this one. Will you? Nope. bigger than that. What are you? You are T25. 30, proper. I don't think so. 30 will fit, but let's check it out. Will you? Hey, I didn't think so, but this bugger fit. Let's see. Of course, it doesn't make any difference. Foam? Oh, that's one long screwy. One long screw. Huh. Oh, this little thing is not magnetic. Okay, awesome. Long screwy. And two more we got. Two more of the screw. And actually, look at those. That's nice. Holders with elastic little gummies, just to, like, hold something without shaking it. Just turning down the 10 trailer and listening in what have you been up. Haven't seen you around much. Yes, I know. I've been like a little bit off. Yeah, I got stuff to deal with, stuff to do, and yeah. What else to say? Lives come in a way, and that's the reason why I haven't been so much on the YouTube. There was stuff like to deal with. You know how it is. Okay, let's try to undo this one. No, not this one. Yeah, this one. Need to undo this little screwy to release another holder. Grab. Okay, got it. Screwy and a little rusty washer. And then I can just put it back. And then I have like whole set of double holders for something what wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Or I can just drop it to the shred. Don't be a hoarder, right? Don't be a hoarder. Even though I want to, but yeah. Let's get rid of that things. And then, so my cups get loose. If my cup get loose, I can just snip those two buggers to be able to drop this bugger to the e-waste. I got to get rid of those kind of holder because it's basically just sweat, right? Seems like 10 milli keys. What I actually, right before I start the stream, I saw one laying here at the bench, and now it is gone. What else could happen with it? It is gone. Just gone. Disappeared. There's no more 10 millis. Oh, this bugger seems like a little brassy bit. Wait, I got like 3 more of them. Oh yeah, there they are. There we go. Look at that sexy find. Little brassy beads. Awesome. Me like it. Weighty. Okay. Where's my yellow brass bucket? There it is. Boom. Good one, Loafer. Good one. Okay, still doesn't make any change. Then I need my 10 milli keys. I'm pretty sure I got like at least. Oh, wait. I got one. Got one. Oh, yeah. Look, I got 10 milli keys. That's not often stuff you see at the scrappers. Then they got like 10 milli keys at the hand whenever they need them. 10 milli keys are very wanted material by the scrappers. If you at whatever boot sale or something like that, and you spot like bunch of 10 millis, grab them. You're gonna need them. No matter how many you got at your workshop, you never got too many 10 millis. Will that gonna be like loose enough? Nope. Seems like I got to take it all the way out. Oh well. Let's do it then. I see movement. What about now? Yeah, there are some movement, but not enough. Okay, few more turn. Few more turn. Nice job. Thank you very much. It was nice before I fill it up with all those junk, but yeah. One day I'm gonna clean it up. One day I'm working on it. I just one man with only two hands, so whoop whoop. Piece of sweat to the collection. Little screwy. What won't come out? There we go. Little holder. Boom. More sweat to the collection. And boom, we got like aluminum capacitors. Awesome. Not to the sweat. Let's go to the e-wake. And then, oh, it's not gonna come because it is like little zip ties thingy on the wire to prevent it to come off through this way. And then we got like little gummy right there. What's supposed to protect this little wire? Boom. Aluminum. Super light, but yeah, it adds up. And then we got nasty, nasty dust. You wouldn't have access to it earlier, but now we do. So why not to clean it up a little bit? Oh yeah. You. Dust. Okay, so we clean up the most of the trash. What else? To separate our engine with, I believe, compressor. Yeah, we can remove this little thingy. Oh yeah. Look how easy was that. That seems like a little filter coming out just by hand. Easy, super easy. Boom. Hey, there was not even thread on there. Mech. Mech. Filter. June air filter. At least that stand here. Hello there, Mr. Patrick. Welcome. So let's see. 4 more Allen keys. Let's see if our T30 gonna fit. Uh-oh. Nope. Kind of fit, but not really. So what we're gonna do? Few taps because it's aluminum. After cleaning, I found 10mm wrenches and jar of 10mm sockets. Yes, after cleaning, but when you need them, they are all gone. Every time. At least at my shop. Okay, I need... Oh, there's some Allens. Maybe this one? Seems like too big, but... Yeah, that's way too big. Crap. What are you? 5.5. 5.5 is way too big. So I need something like 5 or 4. Something like that. What do I got in here? I don't.
That's 30. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Nope. This is not gonna work. Wait. Forget about this bugger. There's one more set I got here. 5.5. 5. Crap, 5 is missing. No, that's too big. That's what? 732. Maybe there somewhere. Maybe. 5. 5 with the security lock. It's kind of. 4? 4 is too small. 5 is too big. How could be 5.5 is too big and 5 supposed to go in? Maybe it just rust. Maybe just rust. There we go. Oh, another long screwies. Hello, Mr. Woody. Welcome. Hey, come on. I'm doing my best. As well, it's not that easy though. There we go. This is how you do it. And you just get a new set of wrenches. No, that wasn't new. Otherwise, you mean Omer. Those, I don't know what that little thingy was used for, but it's super rusty. So, whoop. We got it kind of open. And then, uh-oh. And then, oh, huh. What the fuck? It was just like, meh. Any lubricant in this little bugger? What a shame. I no wonder why this thing is stopped quite fast. Hellowdy, Mr. Simpleman. Cheers. But look at this bugger. Aluminium. Then we got like piece of steel. And then we got like super piece of brassy bits. Seems like at least. And this thing is heavy. And then we got like, you can clearly kind of, I can at least, can you? Not really. Wait, let's see. There's like inlet and outlet. Some valves. Oh well. Whoop. Little brassy bits or some tight. Not really tight, but something to be in here. Probably just to prevent the squeakiness and shakiness. But yeah, little tiny thin brassy bits. Okay. For the yellow brass bucket, right there. Oh, my yellow brass bucket getting full. I like it. I love it. Look at that. Oof. Oof. Nice and sexy, thicker and thinner pieces of brass. Oh yeah. And this bugger is heavy. One heavy bugger. Okay then. Where did we stop at with this one? What can we do? There is like little screwy. I do see little screwy right there. Seems like Allen again. Smaller though. So for smaller Allen, I should find maybe Torx 20. No, Torx 20 is not big enough. Where's those little set with Allens? Nope, nope, nope. If always an issue, right? Always an issue with finding the beats. I cannot find it. What I gonna do then? I'm gonna look after the Allen key set. I'm supposed to, yeah, I got like whole box of Allens right there. Not this one, not this one. Maybe this one. Nope, bigger, bigger than that, bigger than that. Something like this. Oh yeah, this bugger fits. Let's see. Hey, there is movement. What? Is that left thread? No. Yeah, no one said it's gonna be easy. Coming out. Okay. Coming out. Probably has Chinesium wire in it. Don't even say that, Bill. Come on. Cannot be. If that's gonna be Chinesium wire in it, that's mean I'm wasting my time. Oh yeah. Got this screwy. Haha. Oh. Oh. Look at this little piece. That's one little brassy piece. Awesome. To the brassy piece. Brassy bucket. You're welcome. Okay then. Why did I take out this little screwy? Probably just take this little plastic fan out, but my armor is way too big, so I need something like little pushy thingy. Let's see. Do I got some movement? Not really. Hmm, I don't know. Do I got some movement or not? Oh wait, maybe I just hitting the wrong spot. Let's try to hit there. Let's see. Something moving. Woo! Ha ha ha! Nothing to be excited about. Just little piece of plastic. But hey, come on. If that was like in here and this thingy move around, it's not in the center. Or maybe it is. Is it? Cannot be, because this got to move together with it. So what's the point of this moving like so? Hmm. Always call Father Ted. Okay, then we got one part of it out, and then oh, more Allens inside. Let's see. Oh, ho, ho. Seems like we got a fit. Awesome. Let's see. One screwy. That was easy. But don't get too excited. We got still 3 left. So screwy number 2. Ho ho! 2 screwies. Number 3. Dang. We are on the good track. Are cooled? No. Seems like it was not. Or air cooled. Yeah, seems like air cooled. Ho ho! Look at that. That was way too easy. All 4 screwies let go without any fight. That's unusual. I don't know what's going on, but okay, that's how it is. Yeah. Before we take this little case, aluminum case out, we need to get access to. No, we got to get rid of this little piston. What is not turning? But yeah, let's use little hammer. Let's try to use little hammer. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, that was way too easy. Haha! Aluminum. Oh, nice and heavy aluminum piece. Awesome. Me like it. And now I got access to this little screwy. And I got to get rid of this little piston. It looks like, what are you? Are you plastic? No, you cannot be plastic. Plastic rings on it. Okay, that's plastic. That's why it looks like plastic. It's got this little, I believe that's not plastic. That's probably Teflon. And there's like 2 more tightening rings. Oh well, never mind. Let's try to take it out. You know what? Much easier will be if I take this one away from the engine shaft. What is not? Oh, now it's beginning to move. Huh. Interesting. So the self engine could be fine. But yeah, who cares? Who cares? Okay, let's lose this little screwy. So we got another Allen. Big one. Big Allen. You will do? Oh, look at that. That's gonna fit. But before I try to undo it, I'm gonna give it like a little temper. Like so. Just to walk him up a little bit. And then I'm gonna shit my pants before I undo it. Let's do it this way. Like so, mate. Okay. Just so I have some kind of leverage. Got it. I see movement. There we go. This is how you do it. Boom. Easy peasy, right? And then, so, piece of sweat. And then this thingy is supposed to just come out. Wow, that was close. Nope. Okay. Seems if I hit it like so, and then just push it like so, supposed to come, but it won't. Why? Why won't you come out, you little bugger? Let's try to push this little bugger somewhere else, like so. Get some kind of... No, it wasn't going in. Come on. Cooperate with me, little bugger. That's supposed to be easiest part. Loctite on threads. There's no threads anymore. I get rid of them already. Okay, then what are we gonna do? We can play with device, right? I guess. I think we can play with device. No, we cannot. Crap. We can try to have it like so on the hand, and then nope. That was not a good idea. Was worth to try though. But actually, I do see, or maybe there is like a little bit movement. Not much, but a little bit. What if I go with this one in here? Hey, there we go. This is how you do it. There we go. So we got piece of sweat, and we got a piece of amalinium. And this piece of amalinium we can easily clean up with device, right? We have, oh yeah, let's see. There we go. Sweat. Whee. Sweat. Amalinium and the little how we call it? Bearing. Yeah, bearing thingy. As well. Little piece of plastic. Another little piece of plastic. Yeah, I believe, and there will be like piece of sweat. What I don't think I even gonna try to get rid, but this little bearing, if I clean it up, like so, there it is. And I can just drop it into the amalinium. Cast amalinium. There we go. Whoop whoop. There's Woody, exactly. And then then we got this bugger. So we got left nothing in this side. Now the engine spinning kind of free, kind of. Not as smooth as it's supposed to, but still. Okay. Plastic, little wires. Plastic thingy going there. This little thing is aluminum. So, screwies, Phillips CCs. That's supposed to be easy from now on. The most unusual stuff you already done. So, boom. Seems like brassy screwies. Boom. Boom. Washers are not brassy. Boom. Two more to go. There we go. Little wires, little wires. Sweat, sweat, sweat. And those are yellow. Are they brassy beads? Oh yeah, they are brassy beads. Awesome. Yellow brass. Hello there, Mr. Bold or Fart. Good to see you, sir, as always. Cheers. So that's right. That's right, two little pieces of wire and another piece of wire. Decent thickness. Always, wires always welcome. So those two pieces are plastic. Happy birthday, Mr. HH Recycling. Really? Okay, going out for my dogs for my wife's birthday. Mrs. Okay, happy birthday to your Mrs., sir. All the best wishes from my side. And yeah, give her a hug and all the best wishes. Okie dokie. So, wire connectors. Meh, who cares? And then another one. Sweat. One more brassy screwy. And this is supposed to be free, and it is. There's still like little brassy pieces. But how to take them out? That's a good question because they lead all the way to those connectors. I'm gonna find out. No worries about that. And then yeah, I got to work from the other side. Cause 1, 2, 3, and the 4 screwy. What's holding me? Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, who doesn't? So let's see. Can I do with my little impact? Yeah. One let go. Second. Boom. Easy peasy. No problemo. Third one. Oh, like a butter. Last one. Let's see. I'm lucky tonight. What? Seems like this little ring. Could be? No, cannot be. Okay. Let's give it a few more taps. That may help. It ain't help for the camera, right? Standing too close to the edge. Oh well. Why this wire is so short? I don't know. Okay, let's start all over. There is some movement, but still not enough. Or maybe I'm supposed to go like so. Maybe. Hooked. Nice piece of cast iron. Nice, heavy, and sexy. Okay then. Will the rotor come out or not? Is there? Nope. There's nothing. But there is like tiny little hole right there. That's mean. That's mean. That's mean nothing. Nope. That mean nothing. Yes, that means nothing. Plastic just pushed on. So that means I'm supposed to be able. There we go. Oh, there's our rotor. Whee! Nice and jammed with some kind of rust and who knows what else is there. Sweet. And we got our cast aluminum core and our. Let's hope this thingy is not aluminum. Otherwise, that's gonna be Bill's fault. Who else? Yeah, I do not see any other options than just put this thing in there and try to give it a few taps. Yeah, that worked. Kind of. Kind of work. But not really. Because I still got to take away our stator out from there. What is? Yeah, that means I need to use my grinder. So one little slide here and there. There's no way to push it out. So, ladies and gents, excuse me for my noise. I'm gonna mute my microphone and then. Boom, that was an easy one. As I cutting this, I heard a little click, so this little thingy was in the pressure. So I guess if I do like so, and then like that. Yeah, coming. Haha, there we go. Noise, MPTTTT, amalinium piece. Another noise, MPTT, amalinium piece. What was in there? So, let's cast amalinium. And then, oh yeah, that was clearly some water damage in here. Yeah, that was clearly pumped, so. Andrea, okay. Oh, I thought this plastic gonna come out easy as the other one. And seems like this one won't to come out hey, that easy. But it's kind of coming. Kind of. Yeah, it does. It does coming. Awesome. Boom. Haha. Nice and clean. Let's see. No need to use the. Really? No, it's not. Okay. Hoofed. I was kind of scared, but oh well. For a second, it looked like amalinium, but it is not. It is not amalinium. Okay, so ladies and gents, we got this bugger. We got this bugger. We got like decent amalinium pieces, and of course, dirty hands. Not this one. This one. Actually, both of them are dirty. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, do we got 1 hour? Yes, we do got 1 hour. So what I'm gonna do by now, I'm gonna take a sip of like this. Yeah. So cheers. I'm gonna click like little link, copy this little thingy, then gonna paste it right here. Boom, boom, and then I'm gonna go right there to my basement and sit down and then relax for a while and gonna wait until some of you peeps gonna jump in, if you will, if you want to. See you scored. Yes, exactly. Always Ed. You only got luck. Ah, come on, Bill. You know, they used to say like blind chick got the. Meh, never mind. I forgot how it was. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go down there, and yeah, I wanna wash my hands, and I'm gonna see you out there. Whoop. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, so. Boom, 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 boom. Let me find myself out in here. That's rolling, that's rolling. I would need like the audio thingy going on. And yeah, I guess I am ready. Uh, Seems like. Okay, now I'm ready. Okay, so hoofed, hoofed, hoofed. That was one tiny electric motor and little compressor and holy crap, holy. 1 hour gone. Little bit hammering on it, but still, yeah. Without the video, it's gonna go much faster. But come on, it was kind of fun. It was interesting. Stupid thingy on me at the beginning, trying to put the power to it. But yeah, that ended up quite fast as I realized there is no movement at the self rotor. Hmm. Mech, mech, mech. Otherwise, 1 hour scrap show it is already done. So feel free to just jump in. I did put yes, I did put the link. Pin it on the top. There we go. Feel free to jump in if you feel like. If not, oh well, I'm gonna finish my beer. I'm gonna finish my stinker, and then probably I'm gonna play some games, or I don't know. Or I'm gonna go up and clean up the garage a little bit. Yeah, that's a good plan, kind of. I did make like little video tonight, but yeah, I'm not sure if that video gonna work out because I got like PC issues as I trying to get the files from the camera. Oops, that was terrible. I don't know what is left on the camera, and I don't know how much of it goes from the camera to the PC. That's maybe an issue. Maybe, but I get tired at the moment and just let it go. No, there's still some black spots on my hands. Yeah, I should wear gloves. My bad, my mistake, as usual. Any more cooking steaks with Rafal? Come on, Ed. There was one today. There was like one 3 days ago, something like that. Come on, I like meat. I not film them all, but yeah, come on. Wait, can I? I believe I can. I believe I can. Uh, boom, boom. Okay, let's go with this one. No, no, I'm gonna show you a picture. Picture, picture. I did that picture. Wait, 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 wait. No, there it is. Okay, so Ed, what do you say for this bugger? And it's a little bit out of focus, but oh yeah, there you go. Wings. Holy crap! Holy, I love wings. Wings are awesome. Last time as we were in my homeland, we ate wings like twice because the wings was like awesome size. And tonight we ate wings as again, but that was like quarter size. Yeah, like quail wings. I can come up in a bit, grinding up my sea chips and need to make a beer run. It's not Saturday night without scrapping some aluminium. Okay, no worries. If you manage, that's gonna be awesome. If not, oh well, it's gonna be another one. As always, electronic buddy. Carnivore is got fuel for scrappers. Yes, I do. And wings. I love wings. Wings are awesome. There was some time ago I make like turkey wings. It was huge compared to the chicken wings what we can have in here. Uh, Huge vegetableist. Come on, I'm not gonna let's say hate the veggies because I like veggies too. Veggies mixed up with the meat. Yum yum. No problem with that. Like taters. Taters are veggies. Veggies mixed with the fish. Yeah, fish and chip. The veggies mixed with the pork. All that kind of mixes. I don't mind. I like them. I'm not veggie hater. Oh yeah, it was one big piece. Then it was get like cut out in few pieces. I made like little shirt as I cutting it, and at the top of it that was you see the bottom piece. At the top of it was skin, like skin, and after baked it gets like super crunchy. Yum yum. I like it. Me like it crunchy skin on the piece of meat, especially pork one. Veggie is good for you. Yes, of course, Mr. Michael. Hello, by the way, and welcome. But not just veggie. Veggie mixed with some meat. Yeah, good mix, just to keep the balance. I don't mind as well vegetarian dishes or salads. They are good, but they are not full meal, right? I like to have, in most cases, I like to have in my meal like around 200 grammars of either taters or pasta or rice or grouse or whatever filler. Then I would like to have about 200 grammar of meat and another 200 grammar of some kind of veggie salad or something like it to it. And that mix up, holy crap, holy 600 grammar of meal, and that kind of mix like meat, filler, and the veggie salad, I could swallow easily, and I'm super happy with it. And when those veggie salad is together with the sour cream, holy scrapoli, that's my favorite. Veggies mixed up with the cream, yum yum yum. Honestly, if I got taters and veggie salad with the cream, I may even skip the meat. 1 or 2 days, but not more than that. But if I got like a decent piece of meat to it, oh yeah, definitely. Doesn't have to be a lot, just about 100, 200 grammars. That's okay. All about the balance, right? And making your belly full. Okay, so what's going on? We're not gonna have like any guests tonight? All right, do not saying something. Okay. Evening, Mr. Jason. Welcome. Hello, sir. Hope you're doing well. I just are waiting for the guests, but no one seems like gonna show up tonight. I got like few people saying they're gonna join, but when? I don't know. They're all busy. There's a reason why we have feet for cutting and drowning. There you go, loafer. Exactly. Balanced diet. Yeah, welcome in the club. I'm not gonna eat the bugs as well. I don't mind eating back on the apple when I missed it, as I munching on the apple, and then look like you just, oh, there is a hole. Oh, there's steam coming out from this hole. Fresh one. Oh well, I wouldn't mind it, but oh well, I'm not gonna eat bugs. Nope. Steve is out chopping wood. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he said so at the early very beginning. Hey, someone got to chop the wood, and that's not an easy piece of job. Chopping or either cutting. Yeah, both of those jobs aren't so like easy piece of bread. You have to empty the car. I have to empty the car. Okay. Why I read you? Weird. My eyes like not working. Seems like might jump in on 10:15. Hey, it's 10:50 at me. You're too late. Too late already. Yeah, I may grab something to scrap out, something small, or or something big. I got plenty of both of the sizes. Is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. GMT says like 2150. Yeah, yeah. Who cares about GMT? We are GET. No, CET, sorry. CET. Central European Time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Holy strapoli. I see trouble. I didn't expect that, but I do see a person. Ladies and gents, that's when we're gonna play the game. The first letter of the name, it starts with an S. So put your guesses into the chat. Who that could be? Oh, colorful. That's cool looking. You put all the batteries on. And boom, point for Claire. By the way, hello to Miss Claire. Hello, this
Hi,
Calvin. Welcome.
thanks. Just
Yeah,
showing.
I cannot hear you now. My speaker died again.
Oh,
It's dying when it's not used.
ah,
Give me like 10 seconds or maybe less. It's on already.
testing, testing.
Boom. Yes, I can hear you
Yes,
now.
that's good. Yeah, I've got a few of my solar lamps up. I got a lot. I've been so busy. Oh, what's that? Oh, fuck. I just stepped on my cat. See, these are flowers. They are so cool.
Okay.
I really like these flowers.
You just
See,
bought them or you just have them for a while?
I bought them last year.
Okay. They're still shining like quite a nice.
Yeah, it's the first time I used them.
Now, okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, though.
But the other ones I had up, see, I
You
have a
had
lot of cool.
like Tina. She also got like little corner in her kind of garden, like in front of her house, where she put like plenty of those shiny little thingies. Yeah, she
Mm,
showed it a few times as well.
yeah, I have a lot I'm going to put up. And I've
Okay.
done my grass. Hold on, I'm going to get some light. Just going to activate the light here. Come on. Thank you. See?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all of it, it took me 2 days, but I'm not done because there's a lot of place where I have to do it by hand. So the sad thing is we're not getting a lot of rain. So
Mm.
yeah,
Okay.
I got to give it uh, calcium and is it calcium? I think so. I don't know. And uh,
Calc.
manure.
Yeah.
Yeah, manure and some grass.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of that moss thing. It was a lot.
Haven't you seen like Ian's way of getting rid of the moss?
No,
He just spread out like iron grounds from the grinder. You know, all those little tiny pieces of iron he collected, and just spread
mm,
it all over the grass plane.
no.
And the moss,
Mm-mm.
at least he said
I
so,
have a cat.
it
I
disappeared.
have a cat. I have a cat. No way the cat is going to get that on its paws.
Okay.
It's never
Oh yeah,
going
that's
out.
okay then.
Yeah, that would be animal cruelty. I got the things that are illegal now. Jernvitrol. I got some buckets I bought before it got
Yeah, that's
illegal.
basically the same thing, but it in just in liquid, I guess.
No, it's not liquid, it's powder. But still, I haven't used it because of the cat, you know. And
Hmm.
I'm like, I can do it. Of course, I'm in a lot of pain. I've been in a lot of pain the past 2 days. Yeah, and today I did laundry and changed sheets and all that in my bedroom. It took
Hmm.
me all day.
Oh
It's
well,
hard
don't
because
do it
I have
too much at once.
vacuum.
That's my guess. Is good idea.
Mm. Oh, I, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna turn
I'm
on the
planning for
light.
myself from the self Monday to do some stuff around, but until the dinner, I didn't manage to make it, or it was either too close to the dinner to start it, or then I thought, okay, maybe after dinner. And the whole week, believe me or not, I after dinner I fall asleep and I woke up around midnight, and then boom, oh, there is no
Mm.
time to do anything left. It's time to just go to bed.
Mm. Last night, yesterday, all day I was doing the grass. Not at one time did I sit down for a break.
That's no good.
Yeah, I was, and I
Yeah,
didn't
but that
finish
that's
until
only your fault, Stormy, because you are type of the person when you start something, you got to finish it at one go. That's stupid thinking. You know that, right?
yeah, but if I take a
Mm,
break, then I'll never get done.
yeah, I
I
know.
just wanted to be done.
I'm on the opposite. When I see I got not enough time to finish it, I said, okay, I'm just gonna wait until I finish dinner. After dinner, I fall asleep and sleep up to midnight, and then oh nope, that's not gonna happen.
Hmm.
Yeah, so either way, you are the bad one because you did it and um, you are in the pain after all, and I'm the bad one because I never started. And Billy's on the floating. That's no good. Stay high out there, buddy. Hüft, hüft, hüft.
Yeah, we need some rain here. It's so weird because usually there's a lot of rain at this time.
It's kind of dry and windy a little bit and warm for this time of the year.
Yeah, dry, very dry. No, the wind yesterday was so cold, and the other days. Today the wind was actually warm.
Last 2 days was like crazy windy.
Yeah, and it's freezing wind.
Hmm.
But the wind today was kind of warm.
I don't know. I haven't feel a lot out of it,
Mm.
honestly. I haven't been
Yeah,
out a lot today.
that message was from Woody, right?
Yep,
Yeah, yeah. I've taken painkillers, so I'm better now.
there you go.
Yeah, usually I don't take painkillers, but my what's bacon uh, in English? Hold on, uh, Google.
Not sure. I'm not used to take painkillers, but yeah, some time ago, when I need it, I take them. Right?
I don't like to take too much. My pelvis uh, are very hurting me a lot.
Hmm.
And when I do this, I could barely walk. That's much pain I'm in.
But when are you gonna sort it out, those hernia thingy?
Oh, that's not the hernia. That's
Okay.
Becken, you know. I'll ask Eva. She knows. The
Maybe.
guys has it too, I'm sure. I
I
don't
got
know
those.
about the hernia. The hernia hurts too. But at least
Yeah.
I had that hernia built on.
No.
That's good.
Okay. Last time those little thingy called geek catch me. I believe you know it as well.
Say it
It,
again.
those geek.
Ah,
It's
git.
like yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, with your legs or feet.
Yeah. That was
Mm.
terrible. And actually, after I went for some medicine and all that kind of stuff, they asked me come back in 4 weeks to the blood test, something like that. And as I go to the blood test, it catch me again on the second leg. Yeah,
Mm.
shite. Oofed.
Yeah.
What to do? We're not getting younger anymore, right? I guess.
That depends. If you find that youth, uh, what's it called?
And pay all your duties
Found,
and bills and all
fountain?
that kind of stuff. There's no problem. But when you need like little help, then the issues begin.
Mm.
Meh.
Actually, today, when I was in a lot of pain, I couldn't even pick up something from the floor.
Meh.
I couldn't bend.
Water sure is up high level and break from rain. Okay. Uh,
Just tell the rain to come here.
you're a spring chicken. Am I spring chicken?
I think that
Scrooge.
means you're young.
Still, okay, age wise, I may be, but health wise, it's saying something different.
Yeah,
I'm not that young anymore.
my body is
Yeah,
so old.
I either abuse it or I don't know. This is fitting to 56, 57. Fitting it to not state pension another 10 years by what? Yeah, holy crap. What pension year we got? 72 for the men's in here?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not even counting. Yeah,
I wouldn't mind if it was 90 or 100 because that would mean I would keep the pension I have now for longer. Because when I'm going to the other pension, I'm gonna get like 7,500 a month. That's how do you survive on that?
that's barely a red.
That's not much.
Yeah.
Rafael, I was thinking when I'm going to Yelling,
Mhm.
um, are you home? Maybe I could visit you sometime.
Of
Or
course,
are
if
you
I'm home,
going
then
to
sure, no
Poland?
problem. I don't see any reason why you cannot stop by and just have a cup of coffee or tea or whatever you feel like.
Mm,
Sure, stop by and visit whenever you feel like.
yeah, we could talk more about it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't see any problems. You got my phone number. Let me know, and that's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I really hope to see a wolf. It's insane. So many people are afraid of the wolf and say, "Oh, you have to kill it. It's going to hurt people."
I'm not really up to meeting the wolves. I'm spending a lot of time in the woods, me myself, and honestly, I don't really feel like meeting the wolf out there.
Oh,
Probably in most cases, as I'm at the woods at the daytimes, and probably if I meet one, that's gonna be only one, and it's not gonna be like in the rage. It's not gonna attack me whatsoever.
no,
But
unless it
still,
has cops, then you
yeah,
really shouldn't be near it. But that's with every animal, wild
yeah. But
animals.
come on, if I gonna come too close, it's gonna make his appearance way earlier, before I get too close, right?
Hmm. Yeah, well,
That's a reasonable sense, but accidentally I could basically meet one, and yeah, and be stupid enough to not seeing the signs and marks of the, hey, there's something wrong in here.
yeah, well, you're looking for mushrooms,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Has there been sightings where you live?
Not really close here,
No, because yelling there has been sightings.
but come on, Lieling is like about 50 kilometers. I know it's
Yeah,
not a lot, but still not super close.
yeah. So that's why I hope to see one. But that would mean I
Mm,
have to go out in the nature,
I don't really
preferably
want
at
to meet
night.
one, but mm, I don't want to just encounter it, just in case. I may shit my pants off, and that's gonna be quite harder to run away from them.
Are you
Just
really
say,
afraid of the wolf?
come on.
Well, in Denmark, we don't have that many. If wolves are in packs,
We got
if
42,
huge
I guess.
packs, what?
I believe we got 42 wolves,
No,
wild
30
ones.
something, but they are spread out. They are not in a big pack. If wolves are in a big pack, then you should be afraid.
Hey,
But
but
a
come on,
single,
consider one wolf, one Rafal. Weight-wise, maybe the same, all right?
yeah,
Maybe
but
okay. Maybe I will be heavier. That's
the
also a
wolf,
minus on me.
well, the wolf don't want to do anything with you. They've only
Yeah.
killed sheeps.
Then I got to shave my hair off.
Well, then it thinks that you're a sheep that has been cut.
Fuck's sake, both ways. I'm doomed.
The wolf is not going to hurt people. Not in
I
Denmark.
hope so.
No,
I
because
mostly as I going through the woods, as I meet like stray dogs or something like that, or not even stray dogs, just dogs what someone just let out without the leash, and often I meet that,
mm,
and in most cases there is no biggie because those dogs like coming and barking and yapping on me, but as far like I just stand up or something like that, they just run away to their owners, but still, you never know what the dogs, when the dog is big, I cannot stand up
oh,
and
I'm more afraid of small dogs. I don't trust small dogs. But
the small one is
speaking
like just loud.
yeah, speaking of dogs, in Poland, when I was a kid, there was those packs of wild dogs. Those dogs you should be
Okay.
afraid of. They
Oh yeah.
would kill you if they got the chance. They killed other pets.
I don't think it's like that anymore.
No,
But yeah,
when I
as
was
I
a
were as
kid.
I were a kid, yeah, I knew
Yeah,
that. Actually, in
yeah.
my area where I lived, there was like few guys who got like packs of dogs, and they doesn't even like care about the dogs. They just have the dogs. They just come in for the night to the home and yeah, leave whenever they want, and they go with the packs.
Mm,
Yeah, I recalling that times where
mm,
dogs like running in with like kind of groups out there,
yeah, yeah.
even though they weren't like crazy aggressive or something like that. When you're passing by with the bicycle or something like that, they just running after you, they chasing you, and then try to like maybe not really bite you, but take you off from the bike.
No, those dogs where my grandmother lived, they were very aggressive,
Okay.
and it was huge packs of dogs.
Hmm.
The more dogs together, the more dangerous they are.
Yeah, because each one like winding another one to the like being more aggressive.
No, it's more like more the merrier. If there's a lot, then they are not afraid of anything. The same with wolves.
Right.
A
Yeah,
big
same way
pack
like
of
with the deep,
wolves,
right?
I would be afraid of.
Hello, DJCT, welcome. Direwolves genetically are engineered into science make the chain. Huh, interesting.
What?
Those what Lover put up.
I can't see the chat. Oh yeah,
I
I
just
read that.
highlight.
No, I don't want to see that. Yeah. I don't like spiders. I don't like spiders.
But if you mix up the spider with the chicken, then each chicken got 8 legs.
Yeah, but I still don't like spiders. I I would say that would be a very big spider. So no
Hmm.
thanks. No thanks you.
Hey, come on, we are safe. We're not living in Australia, right? They
Yeah.
got creatures out there,
Mm,
and all of them want to eat you.
mm. Uh, I don't even want to go to Spain because they have spiders and scorpions.
And
So
rats.
no. Now my ears are freezing. Oh, it's annoying. It's so dark here, so you can't even see me. Oh, it's cold now
Yeah, it's getting
because
cold.
it's getting,
It's about
wet
10
in the
degrees
air.
outside.
This, what's it called? Called not moist, humid, or something. I don't know.
Me neither.
Mm.
Why you sitting outside? Why don't you go inside and
Oh, because
come
I'm
out for a
smoking.
while?
I'm
Huh?
smoking. I'm smoking.
Yeah, you just finished one.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm not smoking at the moment, but soon.
Are you about to? Okay.
Actually, I'm outside all the time.
Hello there, Mr. David. Welcome.
Hi, David.
Yeah, I bet so, Claire. She's okay. We just got like a little visit from Iva's brother tonight, so they just hanging out inside the house and probably just playing around. So Eva got the company. That good?
Yeah. Well, anyways, I think I'm gonna go. I gotta do my
Yeah,
well,
whatever you need to do, Stormy,
yeah, my
just do.
bed, so it's ready for when I'm going to bed.
Just
I
do
don't
what you
wanna
need to
go
do.
to bed and then I have to put on sheets and all that shit.
Okay, no problemo.
Yeah. So, bye all.
Take care, Stormy. Have
You
your rest
too.
and catch you
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. Bye.
That was a surprise visit from Stormy tonight, or so. Glad to see that. Hello, Mr. Ralph. Cheers and welcome. Hello, Mr. Mike. Hello, and welcome. Oh, the love story going to the chat. That's fine. Uh, Mike, you got to be careful. Go up on panel, Mike. Hey, come on. I haven't got Mike on the panel in I don't know how much. Anyway, oh, something itchy. Something biting my titty. If yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna push anyone to just jump in. That's fine. That is fine. I think I'm gonna have like oh, I got beer and juices. Juice actually watching me, but okay. Yeah, let's have one more beer. Why not? What time do we got? Oh, it's still like okay time. Come on out. She must be obeyed. Larger guard of spiders. Holy scrapoli. Dang. Miech, miech, miech. Cheers, peeps. No, well, let's see. By the way, from the other side, Claire, you calling Mike to jump into the stream? I do not recalling you ever jump in, so you can do it as well. Feel free. I'm not gonna bite. No worry. Uh oh, trouble coming, ladies and gents. Trouble in the game. The game we're gonna play. We're gonna try to name of the guest, ladies and gents, the first letter of the name, it is L, like life support. I don't know what I add support after life, but oh well. Maybe just unplanned stupid joke. Anyone? Come on, peeps. Boom! Point for Stormy then. Hello there, Mr. Loafer. Welcome.
Good evening, how's my levels?
Sound fine by me.
Oh, jolly good.
Lucky tonight.
You seemed a little bit lonely, so I thought I'd jump up and say hello.
That's fine. That's fine. Always welcome. No problemo, sir. Whenever you're ready, whenever you feel like. Sure. Uh-oh.
Got another one. It's not Canadian, is it?
That's your fault, Loafer.
Oh dear.
Ladies and gents, another game. The first letter, it is R. Anyone? No one. Okay. Let's wait. Let's wait. Ralph Wiggum. Close enough. Point for Stormy then. Hello there, Mr. Ralph. Welcome.
Good day, sir. I was gonna go ha ha, but that's the other guy. That's Wilson.
Yeah, Nelson.
Nelson. That's it. Nelson,
Yeah.
not Wilson. Nelson. Yeah.
For fuck's sake! At first, it something doesn't fit right.
Yeah.
Stupid thingy.
Oh, I just got home. It's been a long day. We had a family thing. It was great though. We had a lot of sushi. I'm so full.
That's good.
Yeah.
Come on, it's like close to half to midnight, and you are full. That's
Yeah.
there's not gonna be like any food tonight.
Not
Awesome.
much. Not much. Oh. Purple crayons taste funny. What?
Hellowdy, sir. Welcome.
It's a Simpsons reference.
Yeah. Scrapping, hoarding, tinkering, fun. Hey, that's been a long while.
Yeah, it was a while.
Yeah.
It's take a few seconds before I decode the self name, and then purple crayon taste funny, huh? I don't recall. I used to be like super fan of Simpsons. I even got some DVDs out of it, and we watch it like endlessly with Eva at some point. Yeah, we got the same thingy with like Little Britain show.
Oh,
was also
don't get me started on Little Britain.
Crazy.
Yeah, Little Britain was a classic. I'm
I
a
think
little.
I think we get like 5 or maybe 7 DVDs out of it. I don't know how many seasons they ran, but it was hilarious. You know, at first we thought it was like, what is that shite? But after you get used to it, it gets like super funny.
It grows on you like mold.
Yeah, kind of.
Deeply subversive humor. I approve. Yeah.
Yeah, fun stuff. I like it still. Stop streaming. Okay, been crazy busy. Yeah, life. It's happened to everyone.
Yeah. I actually started streaming on my gaming channel. I made a gaming channel. Ooh. Lots and lots of Minecraft.
I used to catch it from time to time. Not all of them, but
I recorded a video for the channel. That's going to be my first recorded video. of
Okay.
that digging a hole game, because I still wanted to do a speed run and make it under the 30 minutes, and I did. So gonna need to do kind of tiny bit of
You make
editing.
it?
Yeah, I make it 27 minutes. So
There
last
you go.
achievement, last achievement, game done. Time for a new game.
Have you did you check out those another version? Those
Another game about digging a hole. I've
yeah,
not
yeah,
checked
yeah.
it out yet. I think I've seen it on Steam, but I might look into it and maybe stream it as well if it's funny.
But this is actually knockoff. It's not the same company who make it. They just
No,
copy it basically.
yeah, because the name wasn't pat. The name wasn't registered.
Yeah, I guess
Digging a
so.
hole. Bernard Cribbins. Not sure who that is.
No, it's a British comedy actor who was big in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And he had a song, There I was, digging an hole in the ground, so big and sort around. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I always have to say it's a comedy, don't I?
Okay.
Yeah, not
No,
ringing a bell, but okay, that's good.
if it's that old, then I probably don't know it, but sounds relatable.
Still worth to check out at some point, I guess.
He was in Doctor Who as well, I do believe.
Could be.
Is that for any special occasion tonight for meeting Ralph, or just like
Oh, it was a cousin's birthday, and she's very ill. Basically, they stopped her treatment, and they said last year that she would probably not make it until this year, but she's now feeling way better. So we went to her for her birthday, and we took her to her mother's place, and we had sushi, and me and my brother and my mother were there as well. So it was just the five of us and a lot of sushi, and it was great. We've been there for hours.
okay
So
then? So happy birthday for your cousin, and
yeah,
yeah, good,
she had a good time.
good. It got better. So also
Yeah,
all good
yeah.
news.
It's really weird. She might not make it to her next birthday, or she might live another 15 years. You never know.
No, yeah.
It's one of those cases, you know.
Hello, there, Mr. Bruce. Welcome, sir. You know, I got one of my neighbor. As I live in my homeland, the people said, actually, doctors said she's not gonna reach her 18, and now she's over 50.
Oh wow.
It's one of them things. If you think about the astrophysicist Stephen Hawkins,
Yeah.
he was diagnosed with motor neuron disease,
Yeah, when he
and
was only a kid,
he lasted like forever and ever and ever.
yeah, they said he wouldn't reach his 20s or something like that.
Yeah,
Mm,
Yeah, and I'm not sure how old he was, but I'm pretty sure he made it over 60.
he did it. He had a bloody good run. I think his ashes are interred in Westminster Abbey next to Isaac Newton. I mean, if your last mortal remains are buried next to Isaac Newton, you must have had some significant, sort of measured,
Yeah.
legacy, what you've created and what you've achieved in your lifetime. And the fact that he lived for another 50, possibly 60 years beyond where he was told it only have. It's important to spend time with people who are in that position. I really, really respect you for that.
Yeah.
mm.
I've been talking to a girl I say girl, she's probably older than me from what I can get. I've only ever heard her voice once, but I've been yakking away with her on chat on social media and chat and everything for years and years. She's in remission for glioblastoma, brain cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's another.
67. Nice.
That's another.
76.
That's another. Yeah, thanks, Claire. Crikey, yeah, 50 plus years because he was diagnosed in his early 20s. Well, this lass I've been talking to, she's in remission for brain cancer. And she's gone dark. Nobody's heard from her for her last 6 weeks, something like that. She might be dead. I don't know.
Oh,
So one of the strangest things about social media is that you can have conversations with people and suddenly they just disappear. And it's not until years and years later when somebody mentions it on panel and chat, oh, they died years ago. It's so sad.
yeah.
It
Yeah,
really is.
true. Actually, the social media like sickness is like people like coming in and coming out without even noticing anyone. Like for example, me myself, I may disappear only because I get tired of it or something like that. And when you haven't seen me in like 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, there will be like few peeps asking, hey, or sending private message, hey, you okay, or something like that. But you never know what's gonna happen really on for the person, right?
Yeah.
It's not applying only to me; it's applying to like everyone in most cases. And certainly, we just finding out someone is just like gone.
Yeah.
Hello there, Mr. Harold. Welcome. Yeah, look what happened with our buddy Breeze, like
Yeah.
few months ago.
Yeah.
Certainly, come the message, and actually was his sister were kind enough to shoot like few messages to his friend, and then everything spread out after that. And meh, oot, what to do? Other
Yeah.
buddy, Anthony Cantor. Remember this guy?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Was also cool person.
Redneck way of life.
Remember Stein North?
Stein North. Yeah, I was thinking about how many people I've heard that are now
Yeah,
gone. Yeah.
there is plenty. They're just going out and still, you're looking through the YouTube often and checking out notifications, and then you see, oh, I haven't speak with this guy in a while. Oh, I haven't seen this guy in a while. But certainly, when they disappeared, you're not even realizing they are gone. And after some time, you just getting like message from somewhere else, or like seeing someone else stream. This one is gone. This one is gone. Yeah, that's terrible. So many peeps going out.
Yeah. Well, it's a part of life, I guess.
Yeah, it is part of life, but it's kind of hard,
It sucks. I know.
hard part of life.
Yeah. Reminds me of a story about a woman in Texas. She was 104. I recently saw a video of it, and there was a man there to interview her because 104 is, quite special.
Mhm.
And she just walked
Yes,
up to the door, opened the door, and let him in, and just have him sit. So she was still walking around, and she was still feeling fine. And during the interview, she drank a can of Dr. Pepper. And she said, "Oh, I love this stuff. Has lots of sugar, gives me energy. I drink 3 of them a day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the evening, and makes me feel great." Yeah, but
okay.
isn't that bad for you? The guy says, and she says, "Well, there's been 2 doctors years ago that said I had to stop drinking this or I would die, and I'm the one still here, and they are not."
There you go. She got the point.
Yeah, and she ended up living up till 106 because she was slowly degrading. I mean, 104,
Hey,
but
come on,
that's
100.
a damn good run.
Yeah, come on. Everything what you like eating or drinking is bad for you these days. No matter what you're getting, everything is bad.
Moderation. Except the beer, which has to be indulged into excess.
That's your explanation.
Well, perhaps I'm in denial, but both my mother and father died. I think my dad was in his late 70s, and he was 10 years older than my mother. and my mother died in her 80s, so there was something like 15, 20 year gap between my mother and dad dying. But an awful lot of what's going to kill you is contained within your genes. It's what you inherit from your parents and your grandparents and so forth. So I tried reading The Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins, but most of it went over my head. But from what I can understand is that your life is pretty much determined by your genes primarily. So, I mean, I might be in denial. I mean, I smoke.
I'm wearing black ones. Does that matter anything?
I never wore black jeans, but
Okay.
I smoke. I may well be in denial because my mother and my father both died from intestinal cancer.
Ooh.
So I keep on smoking these cigarettes and just think, yeah, well, it's not the cigarettes that are going to kill me. So it might be that I'm just in denial. But there you go. We've all got our vices. Nobody's perfect.
Come on, when it's come your turn, you're just gonna go, and no one's gonna stop you, right?
Yeah.
If you smoke or not smoke, it's gonna be your turn. As plenty people say, you cannot die healthy, right?
Mm.
I know it's the lame excuse, but oh well.
I'm sorry to turn the conversation morbid. Did I start this or did somebody else start it?
I
I
don't, I
bet
don't
you're
know.
gonna blame someone for it.
Oh, I'll
Well,
set the blame. It's always
for
mine.
blame already for something tonight. I did blame him for something. That could be some small thing, but oh well. So let's give like rest for
I've got
lovers.
a big skin. I can take it on the chin. Don't worry about it.
Speaking of fizzy drinks, I'm gonna go get myself a drink.
Oh, fizzy drinks.
Fizzy
Oh,
drinks.
by the way, Ralph, last
Yes.
time we were clean up our shelves, and there was PSVR laying on it.
Oh, really? Oh, the first
Did-
one.
yeah, the first one for
Yeah.
PS4. This little pishky bugger began to like shear off those little skin on those cushions.
Oh, the fake leather. Yeah, I had that with my previous headset, and I actually bought new. Let's see, which one was it? I think it was this headset. I retired. This is my previous headset. I had these things. They were fake
Yeah,
leather, and they started to all come off. And same with my old chair. Remember, the whole
yeah,
sides turned gray.
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
But how that could be? Because those headset very it's basically like new. It wasn't used whatsoever.
it's the leather. It dries out. And what I did for these, I didn't get the leather ones. I just got the new cushions, which are just soft, and that actually was way better.
Mm.
The problem with this set was unfortunately it stopped connecting at some point. So
Mm.
I even have my older version, but then I went from Logitech to SteelSeries, which is the one I'm wearing now, and it's also 200 euros more expensive.
Yeah, but still, I would believe that when, for example, those thingy was like used a lot and a lot of sweat just reacting to the self those fake skin or whatever. But basically, honestly, I wear it for I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours at the most.
Yeah,
Eva, I don't know, maybe less than that. And other than that, it was just laying on the shelf. And this fake skin, it's like meh, broken by itself.
yeah, it happens. It's the leather that dries out.
Yeah, but
I have
still,
the same thing with like either computer controllers or like a mouse. My cord is too short. If there's
oh yeah,
like
they got some kind of gummy thingy, and
yeah,
sometimes
the
it gets
the
like
the
sticky.
rubbery grips, if you use them, no problem. But if you set it somewhere for a time and then after like months you feel it again, it's like it's sweating. It's all there's like moisture coming out. I don't know what it is. It becomes all sticky and
Yeah, I got that thingy with one of the World of Warcraft mice.
Yeah.
I got myself. I got it. I use it for like quite a while, good while, and later on I get like newer version, and I set this one like somewhere in the box. Just wait, and later on I set up like one PC in the garage. I said, "Oi, I got like cool mouse, so why not to use it, right?" And then it was like sticky whatsoever.
It's like
You just
somebody
put your
poured like
hand.
oil over it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really weird. Yeah.
Oh, shite. Mm. But this thing is pissing off because you spend like decent amount of money on the gear, and later on it's not even touchable. Yeah, I'm well unhealthy. I'm like an alcohol drink, smoke cigarettes, bit of overnight by some. Mm,
Oh well.
I'll drink to that. i7 8 Gen computer, any good for editing videos? Was given one and was considering using it. Should be good enough if you add
Yes,
like decent graphic card to it
and good memory. Yeah.
and
Well, the
decent amount of memory.
graphics card is actually not really needed for video editing. It's mostly the memory. The graphics card is just for 3D rendering. That's what it
Yeah,
does.
you're right.
But then again, if it's a complete PC with an
But
i7
still,
8 Gen, it
if you
probably has a
compiling a
decent video card.
file, if you're compiling
Ralph
some
need a
file
bucket.
or editing in it, it's made like freeze your screen as you adding effects and all that kind of stuff. So that's where comes graphic cards. But
Looks
yeah,
more like
for
a
rendering,
what?
you're right about it.
What is American favorite hoarder on about? Need to pee? Need a bucket? I don't know. Not sure
Looks more like he
what
had
you're
to
talking
be.
about.
He likes buckets. He sees plenty buckets at my side, and he missing one on your side. When he
Oh
doesn't have
right.
buckets, you are not scrapper.
Well, the buckets are not in here.
Don't even show it to him.
Hmm.
I'm telling you. Don't
Oh,
even show it any bucket.
I got a nice little baggie of old copper coins. Some
There you go.
in
See?
there.
See, Tom? Ralph
That's what I
doesn't
got
use
today.
buckets. He got the bugs.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. Lucky you, Ralph. You got bugs instead of buckets. I wonder what he's gonna think out of it. Come on, Tom. Surprise me. Okay, sorry.
Dada.
It's pleather. Pleather?
What's that mean? Ladder.
Oh, that's fake leather. I think American Favorite Hoarder is a bit behind in the stream because that's what we were talking about a bunch of minutes ago. So by the time we'll get to this part, then
Maybe try to write a message on the chat.
yeah.
I'm multitasking. If you can't tell, don't tell the wife.
Fine, no worries.
I need to invest into a camera for my computer. Well, simple webcam shouldn't be too much of a bother.
They quite cheap. Otherwise, you can use the old one what you're using. Otherwise, it was something built in your laptop or something.
Yeah.
whatever you used before.
You can use a webcam that's like $30.
Webcam for making videos is not that good option. For
I just use
streaming,
my phone.
yeah, phone these days phones are good enough,
Now,
definitely.
most of my shots are stable. The camera is stable, and I'm doing stuff with my hands and showing stuff, so it's a very clear and very good picture. But if you're going to be filming action stuff, like having the camera move around a lot, then a phone might not be the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. I do see plenty guys using like fancy cameras, but they got to use even for the shows for the stream. But they got to use like OBS or something like that together with it, and that's drawing your PC like hell.
See,
Together with it,
he
you are
was
not
2 minutes
able to
behind.
get
Yeah.
like guests on the panel and all that kind of stuff. Or maybe you are. I don't know yet. I haven't played with OBS in ages.
I use
At some
OBS to
point,
record my videos and to do live streaming. I'm gonna stream more Minecraft tomorrow.
we got like one guy who was like master with OBS. What was his name? He was basically droner guy.
Droner guy?
Yeah.
The guy who had all the different skins and the different faces stuff that he
No, no, no,
used.
no, 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 no. That was Sticks or something with S. But I think about other guy.
Premier Hell.
Premier Hell was no. Premier Hell was like single dot,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
always sitting on the stream. Sorry for like describing the peeps with, but I just recalling the name
Yeah, that,
with the person that way. The guy, Spanish guy, Spanish or
what are
what?
those things hanging on
What
your
was his
right?
name?
On my right. Oh, this here. These are magnets. They are on my computer
Why do you put magnets on your computer?
because the side is steel.
Why not?
It's nothing to do with the. Okay, right. Because it's right. Fair enough.
A computer is an awesome holder for the magnets because
Yeah.
it's in your reach, and then you can just grab it and check out if something is magnetic.
I think this was sent to me by David actually. This one. And I have a little brush to get the dust out, and I put a couple of neodymium magnets in the end, and then put a blob of super glue in there so that they stuck in there. And now I can hang that on there.
Adelino? No, that's not Adelino.
I have seen the Minecraft movie because I have it on my computer. It's they call it a telesync, and it is the quality is okay. I got one a couple of days before, which was a work print, which had the special effects not completely into things. That looked really weird, so I turned it off after like 2 minutes. But I've watched it. It's fun. It's very clearly a kids movie, and if you're a hardcore Minecraft fan, then it's gonna disappoint. But they took some free what was the word, liberties with stuff within the game. The story, there isn't much of a story. It's people trying to find something and to try to find their way back home.
Hmm.
It was fun. Jason Momoa had a funny part. Yeah, I did not get the Happy Meal toys because I don't really go to McDonald's anymore. I should really go and try to get them. I'm not sure if they still do the toys now. I knew there
What
were
was
a
the
couple.
premiere?
The premiere was
Long
like
time
last
ago?
week.
Okay. I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
it's fun. Makes me want to play more Minecraft.
I haven't played Minecraft in ages.
Yeah. I when I now got back into it, it's been almost 10 years for me.
You know, every time when I spot or catch your stream, I used to think like, hey, maybe I'm supposed to play that game a little bit, just for a while, just for the sake of it, just to remember how it was. And you mostly stream like 11, 12, and and after that, and then when I finish, actually when I reach like midnight and say like, okay, it's time for me, see ya, and yeah, okay, next day. Next day, I do see, oh, Ralph streaming Minecraft. Let's jump in. Let's see. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to play it a little bit. Yeah, and
Well,
that's
it's
like,
fun.
yeah, but so every time, almost every time, when I just jump into the cave, I just sit down and start up the PC, check out like emails, that kind of stuff, Facebook, that shit, and start up YouTube, start up some videos what I want to watch, and then on the second stream I started like farm sim. Last 3 or 4 days I haven't played whatsoever. I start the game, but I never played it. I just been on the game. There were always something to do in between, or I was like too busy to play. But yeah, every time I see, especially when you play like together with those guys, that seems like even more fun than just playing by yourself.
That is true. That is true. Um, and we are almost on day 1000 within the game.
Okay,
For reference, a day in the game is 20 minutes. And as soon as it turns night, you can sleep, and then it will skip the night and start in the morning again. So that way, a day is only 10 minutes. And we do that a lot. And because we have it set so that only one person who is live in the game has to sleep, so the day night cycle just switches for everyone who is still awake. And you're walking around, and then suddenly it's getting dark. Oh shit, it's getting dark. I need to get to cover. And then poof, it's all day again. And then, oh, somebody slept.
so there's no night. Okay,
So there is no night, but the day advances. So we had a plan to go and fight the Ender Dragon, which is basically the final boss.
but in
Um,
most cases there is like 2 or 3 guys out there in the world.
yeah,
Each one streaming their own gameplay, or
yeah.
how does it
I'm
work?
streaming. Harry is streaming. Ryan sometimes plays, but he doesn't stream it at the moment. But he's more absent than he is there. And Harry's wife also plays, but she doesn't stream. So it's only Harry and me. So two people are actually streaming. But there's
But
usually
there's
three
actually
people.
2 different streams, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you put one on one side of the screen and one on the other side of the screen, you can see what we both are doing, because we're usually quite far away from each other, because we built our little base, and I said to him, because he said, "Oh, I can make this for you, I can make that for you, I can get you this, I can get you that." And I said, "No, I want to do everything myself." So it took way longer than because he's done way more of it, and it's been over 10 years since I played. And
Yeah, because by hearing, I can hear he's much more experienced in that topic.
yeah,
Actually, yeah, he know more about the self game. That's
yeah.
what I meant.
Well, I know most things because I did keep up with videos about Minecraft and other people playing it, and but there's a lot of like tiny little details that I don't know. But I know the main basics, which have not changed. So that's kind of where I started from. And yeah, now we're gonna be fighting the dragon. And finally, last episode, I've got all my gear set so that everything is diamond quality. But there is now a higher level that's called netherite, and now I need to find stuff in the nether, which is apparently hard to find. So I have, I think, 30 days left, 30 games in day. So that's 30 times, if well, we're not going to be
Funny.
sleeping. That is going to be 30 times 10 is 30, 300 minutes, 5 hours basically.
Okay.
Hope I can. So that would be the next stream.
Huh.
Yeah.
Last time as I start like the farm sim, the self Discord showed me like option to stream. I haven't tried yet, but yeah, maybe one day.
30 years ago, I was playing Descent 2. I remember Descent 2. That was a nauseating twist. And at some point, I remember playing it, and you're flying all around. And at some point, I was upside down, and I couldn't find my way. But I had no idea that I was flying upside down. I thought, why is
Hmm.
everything so different?
I do not recalling that title.
It's from the Doom era. First Descent game was quite fidgety. The second one was actually pretty good, and then there was the third one was called Descent Free Space, I think,
Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Why not?
which was not very good. It's basically a lot of underground tunnels, and you're a ship flying through these underground tunnels, and
Descent 2.
yeah, I think they came out in like what 93, 94.
Release date December 4, 2009.
That's not the. I think you're looking at a movie.
Yeah, you're right. Horror adventure, 1 hour 34 minutes. Yeah, you're right. Descent 2 game. Now we're talking. Info about March 13, 1996. Yeah,
Oh,
that makes sense.
96. Yeah, okay. The good old
Gameplay.
days. The good old days. Dial-up internet. Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Crikey.
Parallax software. Yeah, new game.
Yes, Parallax. Oh, one of the first space simulator shooter games took hours to complete. Yes, hours and hours. I actually remember. I remember the music in that game was awesome. A lot of
The best
metal, like.
music, as I recalling, it was like Motorhead game. It was like,
I'm gonna look this
if
up
you
now
drive the
because now I
cars.
want to. Let's see.
Dang, that looked like really awesome game. Me like it. Kind of cool. Huh.
Oh, the soundtrack is actually
Interesting.
on the CD-ROM, right? Can I look this up on the YouTubes? Tangerine Dream. Is that the name of the band?
Yeah, it's the name of a band. They were a prog rock band. Heavily synthesized music. Not my thing, but I'm aware of them.
Hey, if I share it, that's gonna make me copyright. Yeah, cool game.
Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, and when you got power-ups, the colors of your lasers changed and the thickness of the lasers changed, and sometimes you got 4 lasers, and oh, that was a. They did some of the soundtracks for Descent 2. I specifically remember. I just clicked on a clip that was is only 38 seconds, but it was like that music. Dun 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 dun. That basically was in my head the whole day when I played that. The good old times. Good old times.
Yeah, I could play that game.
I never get involved in that. I was shit at fucking Space Invaders, me. I've never been involved in gaming or anything like that. However, if I was to actually drop something, Ralph,
Yeah.
if I was to say the word Gamergate,
Gamergate, yes.
are you familiar with that?
There was something going on, yes, Gamergate. Something with a uh, journalist. Yeah. What was that again? It was like a female journalist who um,
I can't remember her name now.
something about reviews for games, and she willing to do
I
certain things.
I found it. It's come to me. Anita Sarkeesian.
Sarkeesian, what a name is that?
Anita Sarkeesian, Gamergate. Like I said, I've never
Oh,
played.
it's the first thing that comes up. The second one, Anita Baker is the first one. Sarkeesian.
Anita Sarkeesian.
Yeah. Feminist media critic. Is that actually the? Oh yeah, the video games. Blah blah blah.
Oh, shut up, Scrooge.
Anita hot dogs.
I'm joking. You're all right, mate. Yeah, there's
There
a
goes
bit.
the stream.
Look, I've never been into computer games. I've never got involved in them. But there was a guy there who was a shit poster in the earlier days of YouTube when it wasn't so heavily censored and sanctioned. And yeah, I've been following him for years. He's got a massive channel on YouTube now, and it's completely demonetized. I should just say that he's gone from criticizing Anita Sarkeesian and political correctness in video gaming. He's gone a little bit further. We'll just leave it there.
But come on,
Scrooge,
all those correctness get
Scrooge,
like
don't worry about
screwed.
it, mate. Don't worry about it, Scrooge. I've got thick skin. I know you're only bouncing.
All
Yeah.
those correctness together with the game or with the videos. Look at the last score of the Disney. That was Disney, I believe.
What, Snow
Snow
White?
White.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that mess. Nobody wants to see it.
Come on, it's way too crazy, right?
Uh,
They just
I
take
I
it.
have not even seen the trailer, and I already want my money back.
Yeah, give me my money back, even though I haven't paid anything. Give me my money back. Yeah, that is crazy. Come on, for what the hell they got to put like one black skin color character, one like Asian one, someone, and
It's
that
weird
doesn't make any meaning.
when the evil queen looks better than Snow White.
Yeah, there was something like that as well.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was
Hello,
what's her
this
name?
Crackman. Welcome. Good to see you,
Wonder
sir.
Woman. What's her name? Gal Gadot.
I don't know. Yeah, I did look it up at some point. Yeah, Gal Gadot. True.
Yeah.
I did looking it up because after I hearing the news, then I said, "Who's that?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
So I got to check it out, and
I watched it
she's
yesterday.
far
Scrapman
away from
50.
being Snow White.
I'm keeping my
Anyone
mouth
got
shut.
the movie, Minecraft movie yet? No, I have not.
I watched it yesterday on my computer. I might, if I can find someone who's willing to go to the cinema with me, I might actually go see it in the cinema, just for the hell of it. I knew it was not going to be like completely accurate, but I liked it. It was silly and stupid and funny, and it had all the Minecraft stuff in it. It had all the stupid memes that were going about. They took some rather large liberties with the content. I mean, yeah, Flint and Steel, Chicken Jockey, I
Mm,
am you.
okay, okay, Tom, buddy. Gal Gadot, you said it is a goddess.
Yes, yes,
It
she
could
is.
be in other part, but not on the Snow White.
Not in Snow White, no.
She's not fitting to that role whatsoever.
Yeah. No, but I liked it. It was fun, and it just makes me want to play more Minecraft, which I will do tomorrow on my gaming stream
Okay.
after scrapping Irish.
I haven't seen Irish in a while.
The Samuel L. Jackson version of Snow White. What?
There we go. I knew that.
Oh yeah, yeah, something like that.
Scrapman's on my. I think Scrapman might be on my level.
But he's totally right.
I
I
think I've
agree.
seen a thumbnail of Samuel L. Jackson as Snow White. Wait, the wrong button here. Sammy plays Snow White. Yeah.
You know, honestly, I do not like when they redo the movies, like newer version. When once they make it, leave it alone. That's it. If, but oh well.
I'm really trying my best to bite my tongue because we are on YouTube, but I came across a meme the other day where the Austrian painter with a strange mustache, there's been a Hollywood remake of his biography, and
Okay.
the person in the lead character is Samuel L. Jackson playing Mustache Man, the Austrian painter. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't hate. I despise political correctness,
You
and
know,
people pile on me all the time on social media and call me all sorts of horrible names, and
but
I just,
logically, he
I
could be
just said
like
to him,
an awesome
"Go read a
actor
fucking
and
book."
artist, right? But still, he not fitting to that role. That's it. That's all. What it's all about.
I get called all sorts of names on social media. People call me racist. I said,
Oi, oi.
"Have you ever read any Thomas Sowell? Google pick an image of Thomas Sowell and then come back and call me a racist, you fucking midwit."
I don't mind when people call me names. Come on, it doesn't. It is not relevant whatsoever. They may think, or
It's the
I don't
first
know.
thing that comes up when when you type in Samuel L. Jackson. The first thing comes up Snow White. Snow White starring Samuel L. Jackson, 2026.
You know, Lofer, I can call you
I
names,
don't
of
think I've seen
course,
it.
no
I've only seen the
problemo. But
thumbnail.
I got to have the reason for it. Otherwise, after I call your names, it's gonna come like little discussion in most cases. So that's always on plus, and we're gonna solve it like straight away. If I was right or wrong.
I'm just having a chat on Twitter with somebody who's arguing with me over why Yorkshire puddings can't be made in California. There's something
Hmm.
to do with the way that they process the flour.
How you
The,
can make a Yorkshire pudding in California? That just like beat out the self name of it. You cannot call it Yorkshire pudding when you make it in California, right?
well,
Yorkshire pudding can be made only in Yorkshire. Otherwise, it's gonna be like kind of. You're trying
California
pudding made in somewhere
pudding.
else. That's not going to be the same
This is
thing.
completely AI generated, isn't it?
It's the same thing like you some people call like Polish dumplings, right? How we can call Polish dumplings made by Lofer? Lofer cannot make Polish dumplings. Physically, he's impossible to do it. It's gonna be like English dumplings whatsoever, or it could be close. It could be almost the same, but it's not gonna be the Polish dumplings, right? Straight away, simple. I cannot make, Dutch kapsalon. What is theirs? Like one of the favorite, like street food. I can make something like similar to it, or I can try to copy it, but I couldn't call my dish like Dutch kapsalon. What is awesome in my opinion. I like it a lot,
Yeah.
but I never call mine like Dutch kapsalon. It's gonna be, I don't know, Rafal's Polish version of kapsalon or something like that. It's never gonna be Dutch because only those pishki bugger out there know how to do it. Exactly. That's how
Sorry,
simple it is.
triple tasking Scrooge.
The only thing that gets me to going to the toilet in the morning is when I put on my first cup of coffee, roll my first cigarette, and after the first sip of coffee and the first drag on a cigarette, I'm back out to the toilet. That's what gets me regular. Caffeine and nicotine, you can't beat it.
There
Right.
is not Irish in that cloud. What? Okay, I don't get it.
There's also Cinderella starring Keanu Reeves and The Little Mermaid starring Danny DeVito. Oh my god.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh well. Morning constitution. I would call it differently, but oh well. I would call it more morning concentration. Danny DeVito plays the baby whale. Hey, come on. Danny DeVito got the physical appearance to play that role, at least. Nice and round shapes, kind of the thingy. He could do that. Yeah, crap. Did I? No, I did not.
Danny DeVito plays the baby whale? No, he plays the Little Mermaid.
Ah, he may be a little bit too thick for mermaid. Whale? Yeah, could be.
Oh wait, this is 15 minutes long. I thought this was a
I can't remember the joke. Somebody said something in the chat and I can't remember the joke. I'll have to have another beer.
Come on, lover. You aren't that bad yet. Often when someone says something in the chat, I trying to recall the sentence and I'm lost. Oh, man, I do not need to see that.
Oh, I'm gonna have to Google it.
It's not focusing. Too far away.
It doesn't need to.
But then there's this remake. Rather see this one. Come on, focus.
Meh.
And then there's Keanu Reeves as Cinderella.
Danny beat below.
I found it. I can't remember the joke. Forgive me if I get it wrong. It was Martin Scorsese, Ricky Gervais's Golden Globes roast, and if you've not seen it, it's absolutely fucking hilarious.
Well,
he said something about Martin Scorsese making a movie, and I don't know why he's not big enough to go on the rides. I know I've ruined that joke, but if you've not seen Ricky Gervais at the Golden Globes roasting the Hollywood set,
that's
absolutely
great.
hilarious.
And they keep asking him back.
Okay, Lofer, let's go into the discussion. You speak about the guys who trying to roast other guys, right?
Yeah.
Listen up. Right now, in my homeland, we got like, president run campaign for the president, right? And there was like, I believe, like 16 candidates or something like that. And in between of those candidates for president of our homeland, there is one YouTuber.
Oh, really?
One YouTuber, and he said like straight away, even before he start up and just join into that run, he do not want to be, he do not want to get like president chair, or he don't want to be a president, but he gonna run to go together with the other politicians just to show up. There's like lies, just their lame promises and all that kind of stuff. Last night I watched like a meeting of those candidates for the president, and this YouTuber was there because he's like, I believe, like third person in the row who gonna get that position. Can you imagine? And these guys, there was like few other guys together with it, with him, at the discussion, and he said something like that. You know what, peeps? There is one thing what we got all together in common in this group, because there was all candidates for the president, and he said something like, none of us are able or got knowledge to run for the president. So that was the first thing.
Nobody's qualified.
Exactly. And for fuck's sake, even every question he answered like, oh well, fuck it. He got like totally lame knowledge about the question what he answering, and he say it straight away. At some point, do not vote for me because I'm not gonna be president. I'm running here only just to show the fuck up what all those buggers doing. Still, he was the one of the most meritorical guy who answering the questions. So imagine who was the else. Buggers. Meh. It was kind of funny, but it took like almost 4.5 hours of my life. I watch it all. I got to watch it all because they answered for some stupid questions, and those stupid answers of those funny one, it was most accurate or more satisfying to the peeps. It's got most sense compared to the others. That is kind of funny. We fun. Yeah, I finished my joke.
That was a joke. Okay, sorry.
I got it.
It was sad joke, very sad joke. It's not even dry joke. It was sad joke.
Anyway, so we've got some dead air. I've got a moral dilemma. I've got an ethical dilemma. Perhaps you people could help me with it. One of my employees, it's only 12 hours a week, has decided to downsize their commercial entertainment place, and they're going to put massive stud walls up. They're going to decommission the air conditioning and also the heating on the upper levels, and they've decided that they're going to decommission a bank of toilets for the ladies and toilets for the gentlemen, and they're spending £2 million on downsizing but revamping and making it more user friendly, shall we say. Now, when I was attending a meeting a couple of Thursdays back, the director of this little enterprise asked us to go around the room and say, introduce yourselves, what you do here and everything. And I said, my name is Lofa Sheffield. Obviously, I'm not giving out my real name. And I do all the horrible jobs that nobody else is willing to do, all the jobs that nobody's competent enough to do. And I'll do all the jobs that ordinarily you give to other people, and they would charge you 2 to 3 times the amount of money that, I could do ordinarily. So I introduced myself to the guy who was actually in charge of this job and said, look, if you're going to decommission and mothball those ladies' toilets, there's a cold water storage tank up there. There's a massive, huge copper Vortex cylinder, the secondary circulation pump and an immersion element. So it's going to save you a lot of money, not by running those. Do you want me to decommission them, or do you want the guy's obviously going to come around and do a site survey, produce a report and a quote to commission the work? Because I'm telling you now, it'll probably, if you let me do it, I'll probably save you an awful lot of money on doing it over and above what you'd ordinarily subcontract to other people to do it during the evening, between the hours of 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the morning, because this place is open 7 days a week. So I said to him, I said, look, I've been working in this place for the last 15 years. I've gone in every nook and cranny, and I've routinely done the maintenance with regard to the plumbing and mining and electricals. So I established my credentials. I said, this is what I'm going to do. He said, just do it. Just do it. So 2 days later, the local authority came in and sent a representative round to give you that little piece of paper that say you're available to open for work. You comply with all the water safe guidelines with regard to Legionella bacteria, blah, 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 etc., etc. I showed this guy all the documentation. I said, this is how we record the top and bottom level temperatures for the hot water. This is how we routinely flush infrequently used outlets out vis-a-vis Legionella bacteria or the potential for it. And it was about 11 o'clock in the morning. I said, by the way, that Vortex cylinder up there will not get to 50 degrees centigrade to kill Legionella bacteria until about 2:30. Do you want to hang around? Or I've got all the documentation here. I can show it to you. I established my credentials, and he said, no, that's fine. So he went, tick, 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 give a certificate of compliance so that the business can continue running. So now they're actually doing this £2 million spend on this business. they actually had another guy coming round to do a survey to establish blah blah blah, and I had to go through the same old fucking rigmarole with him again. Here's documentation, here's the water safety compliance document, blah blah blah, and he's wandering around moving bloody ceiling panels. I said, look, there's no point doing that, no point. That lot over there is going to be mothballed. It's all going to be drained down. The lot, it's going to be mothballed. That hot water cylinder over there is actually used exclusively for flipping burgers, filling buckets with water, for mopping the toilets and everything. We're going to maintain the routine flushing. That I showed him the flushing documentation register and everything is going round. Blah blah blah. I said, look, if you've got a problem with this space, speak to the guy who is the director nationwide of this project, and he's actually appointed me, Loafer, to carry out all this work. I said, all you need to know is where to turn the water off. Do you know where to turn the water off? Oh, here we go again. But this is my moral dilemma. Once I've mothballed them toilets and locked the doors and drained down and made sure that there's no dead legs so that it's free from potential bacterial contamination, after about 3 or 4 months, no bugger will go up there, and there's around about 800 quid worth of copper up there. So you know what I'm going from. What do I do? Because if I mothball it, there's probably about 800 quid worth of copper up there. If the other guys mothball it and come in during the evening at night and rip it all out, they'll fuck off with the copper and weigh it in. What do I do?
What did you do?
I don't know. I have no idea. Because technically,
that's
yeah,
a bit of a dilemma indeed.
Yeah, because I've had it before. They rang me up and said, we've no hot water. I said, somebody's left a tap running. So down tools on one of my jobs, raced in, clocks on, went up, found a tap that had left running, turned it off and said, give it 2 or 3 hours and you'll have hot water. Clocked off, and they paid me half an hour on minimum wage to race in off
If that
my
was open, of course,
to
all
stop a
hot
tap.
one ran away. It's not going to get there instantly, of course.
It's not instant hot water, it's stored hot water. It's immersion element.
Mm.
And they also rang me up and said, we've no hot water. I said, I'm not racing at a later date. I said, I'm not racing in Downing Tools on another job for you to pay me half an hour on minimum wage when it's taking up 2 hours of my time plus fuel to Down Tools on one of my own self-employed jobs where I'm probably charging the customer 3 times what you're willing to pay me. I'm not doing it. So I went in and I found out they'd actually changed a 17-inch hot water immersion element in a copper cylinder. I actually tested. I wired it all up, got my multimeter out. There was nothing wrong with the previous hot water immersion element. They'd paid an electrician and a plumber to come in and change an immersion element. There's nothing wrong with it. So at this point, I'm banging my head against a brick wall. So now it's got to the point now where they're actually potentially getting some other people in to do the work. They'll rip it all out and fuck off and wait.
But Lover, in that situation, it's not only your fault. It's not only the customer fault. It's as well fault of the other guys what they just call for, because they tell, let's say, you got issue with something, right? You got issue with the hot water. You call plumber. Uh, I speaking you as about customer, right? You got no hot water. You call someone to come and help you out. They come to you and they replace thing because they thought that was the thingy, because that was the most usual stuff what can get broken. But they didn't recall what is the whole system of the hot water. They didn't recalling what is the installation, if there's like circulation or whatsoever in it, or there's like hot boiler, electric one, gas one, whatever. They just replace one thing because that like most issue. That's what I mean. People just hey, that's gonna be cheap, and they come and do it for the cheap, but it's not gonna help out the problem.
No, I've had this
And
conversation.
later on, they just used to call like those guys who was there earlier on, and he really fixed the issue. What was the problem? No matter if that take like a little bit longer time or a little bit more cash or whatever, but when they get like first one, what's supposed to be cheap and easy fix, and they pay it once and it didn't help out, they're gonna call the guy who was earlier on and maybe take a little bit more money from them, but
Yeah.
does the job. That's the issue in these
There's
days.
an old adage: you pay cheap, you pay twice.
True, exactly what you say, because
Yeah.
first of all they pay the first guys, and they got to call you back, then you come in and get pissed off because someone broke the shite you worked at earlier, and you got to fix it again,
I'm absolutely sick to
and
death
you
of that.
you you, you
Yeah.
double charge them. Of course, that's totally understandable.
Mm.
Yeah, I know that well from the biopsy, or that's the word. I've been there, done that. Not once, not twice. That's daily basis thingy, buddy.
There was I'll give you another example. There's a part of this establishment where they have a lot of demand for hot water, and they had two 5 foot high twin hot water cylinders, gravity fed by a massive cold water storage tank above it. And they had two top entry immersion elements and two bottom entry immersion elements. They've gone from two 5 foot with 4 immersion elements to one 3 foot with one top entry immersion element with a massive secondary circulation pump. So when that circulation pump shuts off overnight because it's on a timer, all the water in that secondary circulation pump inevitably cools down. So by the time in the morning when the immersion switch is on and the pump switch is on, all that cold water contained within the pipework goes back to the back to the cylinder to be reheated. So it can go from 40 degrees centigrade back down to 20 degrees centigrade, and inevitably there's about a 2 or 3 hour delay before it goes back up to the minimum required level to satisfy water regulations vis-a-vis potential for Legionella bacterium. Now, they actually got a plumber and an electrician to replace the cylinder. They took the cylinder away because sometimes you damage the copper on the cylinder when you're trying to unscrew the immersion element. They took the cylinder away, put a new cylinder, a new immersion element in, and there was nothing wrong with the previous immersion element. It was to do with the timing mechanism.
Yeah.
So they fucked off with the copper cylinder, installed a new one, and it's still people left hot water taps running overnight or intermittently. So inevitably there was no hot water, and they're still ringing me up to come and put it right. So
Yeah.
I've lost patience with them. I really have.
Just charge more. Just saying, I'll do it, but this is the rate.
I can't do it because it's a contract employer. It's minimum
Crap.
wage, 12. It's minimum wage, 12 hours a week. I have to go in 3 hours a day on 4 days a week just to do
So come on.
basic maintenance stuff. So
All what you can do is just take your time, right?
Yeah.
oh, I do. I take my time.
Make it last all day.
I move like a fucking sloth. It's amazing that fucking mold doesn't grow on me. But I'm still saving them money hand over fist. So when these toilets are mothballed, there's a massive 40 cylinder in there, shitloads of 35mm, 22mm, and 15mm pipework, all the brass intermediate control valves and everything. I've done everything by the book. I've complied. I've satisfied the requirements for the local authority who issue the certificate of compliance. And I've told the guy that's coming in to fucking do a survey, look, I'm going to do this work. This will be legally compliant. It's signed off. Don't turn off that fucking thing. Just extend it. And like I'm saying to him, you don't even know where the stop tap is, do you?
Yeah, I got that same kind of issue with the heatings, especially at the winter time. People just maneuvering the flow thingy. We got like valve. We got quite big pressure, especially at the city lines. when it's providing the heating for the houses, right? And there's like quite big pressure and quite high temperature going into the self house or building. So there's like valves and all that kind of regulation thingy, and so just to slow down the water, so it's not just flow through your radiator or whatever, because there's also like heat exchanger for the from the heating to the hot water as well. So it either give you like hot water in your like sink or whatever on your outputs, and as well giving the heat for your house. And as far for the heat exchanger, the flowing of the water got to be like in big pressure and got to go fast to heat up like decent amount of water in short time. For your radiators, it's got to be slowed down, right?
Yeah.
So the water as flowing through your radiator, it's got to have time to release that heat and just go out like with the lower temperature. Very simple. Every plumber knows that simple
Yeah.
rule.
There's a
But
difference
the
between
people
pressure
doesn't
and
know
flow
it, and they
rate.
just like playing with those little valves here and there, and certainly they either doesn't have any heat on the radiators or they didn't have like hot water. And hey, what's happened? What's happened? Come on, it's broken.
Yeah.
Very simple. I gotta work like half day to fix it up, and there's like three or four thingy to, screw in or screw up or screw down.
There is a difference between flow rates and pressure. I'll give you an example. You've got goodness knows how many millions and gazillions of litres of water flowing over Niagara Falls in a second. But if you
Yeah,
could concentrate all of that water into a tiny space, you probably shoot the moon out of its orbit. So there's a difference between pressure and flow rates, and people don't understand it.
true.
Exactly the same when it comes to when it comes to balancing heating systems. I'll give you a classic example. You know those valves that are manipulative, you can turn. So you've got one valve on one side of a radiator where it restricts the flow of water through it, and the
Hmm.
other one is for turning the heat up or down. Well, if you've
Yeah,
got a valve on a poorly designed central heating system, and if it's the first one beyond the boiler, if you open up both valves, the water goes racing through the radiator back to the boiler. The boiler senses, because it's got a thermistor, which is a
yeah. It's
temperature
gonna stop.
switch on
Yeah,
it, that senses the water returning to the boiler to be reheated. It's so hot that it either modulates or turns the gas off completely. And
yeah.
so consequently, all the other radiators further on in the system do not get the minimum required circulating hot water, so they don't get hot. And I
Correct.
can't. I've had this before. People buy these valves, and you've got a valve on either side of your radiator, and both of them can be turned up or turned down. So they open both of the valves on either side of the radiator. It's the first one on the system. The hot water circulating goes around the
Yeah,
first
just for
radiator.
the first one and leave the other one.
Boiler drops the gas down or turns off the pump completely. So all the other radiators further on the system don't get their first share of circulating hot water. I've turned it into a fucking plumbing stream. Sorry about that if you're getting bored of the chat. But I've had this over and over again. It's got to the point where I just take the fucking valve head off and say, put that somewhere safe until your children aren't playing Mr. Plumber because they've been watching what I'm doing.
Mm.
And they open both of the valves. So you either got everything surging around like fucking mad or everything completely slowed down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've been there, done that. Pisky buggers.
Electronic Scrap has just said something. I've latched onto that. Yeah, I've had this argument before. I had a problem with the boiler, and it was something to do with the gas. Now, I'm not gas safe registered, so I can't work on the gas valve. I can't work on the heat exchanger, and I can't work on the fan or the flue. But it's anything to do with the hydro block. That is to say, the water. Strictly speaking, I shouldn't be taking the front off the boiler, but I will. I'm willing to do that work. And it really, really annoys me when you actually give somebody the user guide for a boiler and everything. You show them how to work it and what not to fiddle with and what to fiddle with. And when you get a boil part, I had a chat with Ali earlier. I was up phone to Ali. If he's lurking, when something goes wrong with something which is mechanical, you can ring them up and give them the diagnosis, the fault code, and they will know exactly what parts they need to bring to expedite the repairs. But they know for a fact that once you change that one single solitary part, it's very highly likely that something else will go wrong down the line. So I had a problem with a boiler, and it was a diverter valve. I said, "No, I'm not willing to undertake this. You need to get my mate in and change the diverter." So we came in and he changed a problem with the electric programmer and the diverter valve, but he also brought 2 or 3 other parts and swapped them out. So the customer rang me up and said, "Well, you said it was a problem with the diverter and the timer, the programmer. So why is he routinely changed these other parts?" And I said, "Because he doesn't want to come back next week and swap out new parts that he knew inevitably would go wrong on account of the fact he'd have to charge a call-out
For the
charge
fixed time. Yeah.
to actually do the work all over again." So these people are so highly well educated in their
It is
job.
depend of the kind of the boiler what we got. If it's gas one, it is like every 6 month check.
No, it's every year. It's every year.
Okay, in here we got like every 6 month check. Like this is just like little check, and every like second year they replace like a standard thing what can get broke,
Yeah.
like
So it's
igniter or sensors and kind of that, something like just
yeah.
like you said. Last time I got an issue with one actually gas boiler. I'm not qualified to work with gas boilers. You know, I may know some things how to deal with them, but I'm not able to replace the part and fix them or whatever. Right? Every time when it's some like big issue, I got to call some other guys. Anyway, I got like one situation. There was, of course, gas boiler in there. There was no issue with it whatsoever in like, I don't know, 10 years. It was about 10 years old, something like that. There was like pressure drop, like here and there. Not regular. From time to time, it just lose the pressure and the boiler stop. Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't seem like anything wrong with the boiler. It was some like installation issue, so that's got to be leak somewhere, right? If it's lose the pressure, it got to be leaking on the installation. Simple. So check out all the flats, check out everything. Okay, fill up the pressure to the heater. Water was like filled up, everything running well. And next day, boom, again little thingy. After that, 2 weeks working like it's supposed to be, no problem whatsoever. Another week, pressure dropped like 2 or 3 times during the week time.
Yeah.
How that happened? It's got to be one of the I don't know users trying to I don't know get rid of the air from the installation or whatever, or someone just didn't like me and then tried to cause me like issues.
It's one of 3 things when a pressurized system loses pressure. It's nearly always one of these things: a compression fitting hidden away underneath the floor, or it could be
Yeah,
an expansion.
but
It
come
could
on,
be an
those
expansion vessel needs recharging, or it could be the
yeah, but
pressure
still,
valve.
if I fill up the system with the water and make it like pressurized, it's got to be like leaking like spots or place where it's like extra water coming out from the system, right?
It might be
It's
the
not
fact
going
that
straight
there's
to the
less
drain.
water pressure's going in as well, causing it to blow off. It's one of the things. I put a boiler in for a bloke in Rotherham around about 12 years ago, and he didn't have it. I'm not gas safe registered, but I'm competent, so I know how to use a manometer, do the let by tests and everything, and make sure that there's no gas leaks. And one of the things I actually did, once I actually got the boiler up and running for the tenant, as I showed the tenant how to routinely top up the pressure, I said, you may have to do this once or twice a year. And then I left the documentation with the tenant and the certification off, and I rang up my mate and said, this is the customer's number, get round, can you do an emissions test on the flue and fill in all the documentation with regard to the extended warranty and servicing for the boiler, which at that point, subject to an annual service or inspection, would extend the guarantee. That was issued by the boiler manufacturers. I think it was an ideal boiler. Now, about 4 or 5 years later, the customer rings me up and says, Loafer, that boiler you put in, it's not working anymore. And I said to him, well, why are you ringing me up? Why are you not ringing up the gas safe engineer? It went round, checked the flue emissions and filled in all the documentation, filled it all in and sent it off to both Ideal Boilers and the gas safe register to register the extended warranty and guarantee.
People doesn't care about that stuff until thing is working.
We're getting to
as
that.
As they get broken, you are the first one who
we're getting to that. We're getting to that. This is the fucking crux and nexus of my argument, is the fact that I rang my mate up and 5 years later he said, there's no hot water. The water's running lukewarm, cold. It's not getting hot on the tap water. It was the middle of summer, so they didn't have the heating on. And I knew exactly what the problem was. It was a furred up secondary heat exchanger. Now, I put one of them magnetic filters on it, grabs all the hematite sludge, and I dosed it with corrosion inhibitor. So when the landlord rang me up and said, can you go around and sort it out? I said, well, I'll be around in a couple of hours. And I went round to this lady's address, and I said, first thing I noticed is that the house had been redecorated. Brand new paintwork everywhere. So I looked down the back of the radiators and there's paint behind the radiators. And I said, did you use a long thin roller brush to decorate behind those panel radiators? No, they took the radiators off, drained it down, painted, put the radiators back on and refilled the system. And I said, did you redose it with corrosion inhibitor? Obviously, she didn't know what I was talking about. I said, well, I'll take that as a no. Radiators are made out of steel, and unless you dose the system with corrosion inhibitor, those tiny little flecks of steel, hematite sludge, will get back to your boiler. They'll fur up the secondary plate heat exchanger, and so it shuts down. It fires up, shuts down, fires up, shuts down intermittently, and you won't get hot water coming out through your taps. I said, right. I rang Bill. I said, have you got your landlord certification? Which all landlords...
How easy was that
to have done
them off just to flash them?
I said, have you got your landlord certificate? So she said, yeah, there we go. I said, and I looked at them and I said, they've just done a flue gas analysis and a cursory inspection of the boiler. Did they test whether the central heating water had adequately dosed corrosion inhibitor in? Of course, the answer was no. I said, right, okay. They drained the central heating system 2 years ago. They didn't put corrosion inhibitor in. The guy that's come to actually issue the landlord certification has given you a landlord certificate to say the boiler's working, but all the pipework and the radiators in between have been neglected and they're completely fucked up. So basically, I reckon when I take the I've got one here. Where is it?
Yeah, those little flash filters are super smart.
You're talking about neodymium magnets?
No, there is no magnet in ours, but yeah, this is very simple, very similar system.
I took the head off. Go on,
and
Raf.
then you got like a T connection with like 45-degree angles with the mesh, so you can just close the two valves, open up this little mesh, take it out, or either put those with the magnets, or we got just tiny mesh in it instead of magnets. So
okay,
take it out, clean it out, open.
I don't know about European plumbing, but this is a neodymium with magnet, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Neodymium. Strong. This is the thing that catches all of the circulating hematite sludge in the magnetic.
The magnets are awesome because they all catch all the iron thingy.
But
those mesh what we use, it also catch like whatever, like calcium residue
Yeah,
or whatever.
you can get magnetic filters and you can get particulate filters. And I fitted
Yeah,
one of these, but it can only catch so much magnesite sludge before it lets
of
it go
course.
back to the boiler and causes it to fuck up. So let's go back to this. I fitted the boiler. I left the documentation. I rang my mate up from Gas Safe Register. And then when this landlord, 5 or 6 years later, rings me up and says, the boiler's not working, it's your fault. When I reascend at the tenant's property and she says she's not paid a fucking rent because she's not had any hot water for 2 weeks, and I show her my smartphone and said, you only rang me up 3 hours ago. And I actually said, right, okay, let's have a look. Not been redecorated, not been corrosion inhibited. You got the gas safe landlord certificate, but you've never had the boiler serviced or inspected. I said, has my mate Addis not been round and checked it? Never seen him in 5 or 6 years. I said, right, okay, right, I know exactly what the problem is. I said, your secondary plate heat exchange is spurred up. So at this point, I walked over the road to the landlord's corner shop and I said, you've never had it registered with a gas safe register. You never got my mate round to actually sign it off. If something catastrophic had gone wrong with that boiler, I could be looking at fucking prison time. I know what the problem is. It's on the hydro block. I will clean the magnetic filter. I'll put corrosion inhibitor, and I will fit a new secondary plate heat exchanger because it's on the hydro block. It's not got anything
Yeah,
to do
but
with the
then
gas.
it's already too late
So the
to
combustion
fix it.
chamber,
Like,
the fan, it's
that's
nothing to do
easy.
with the pipe. So I fixed it. So I went round to the central heating Spurs place and I said, can you write me off a ticket for a plate to plate for an ideal whatever it was? And said, can you give me a second ticket for some drain acid and 4 new O-rings? So I went round back to this twat's fucking house, being fucking, I could have been in real serious trouble for this. I went back right to his twat's house. I actually took the secondary plate heat exchanger out, took it out backside, out the house, said, keep your kids away, keep your dogs away. This stuff will take your face off. I put really strong drain acid in, cleaned in the secondary plate heat exchanger, put it back in the boiler, fitted 4 new O-rings, repressurized, checked for leaks, took the magnetic filter out, cleaned it, and redosed the system with corrosion inhibitor. Now, we're going back to this moral dilemma that I've got with regard to this scrap in the entertainment centre that some other fucker would have pissed off with if it wasn't for me doing it. And I'm saving this entertainment centre an awful lot of money. This is the next dilemma. The landlord in Rotherham with the corner shop. I went out and I cleaned it with a bottle of drain acid that cost £10. The O-rings cost £12. It cost me 12 quid. I got a separate ticket for a secondary plate heat exchanger, which was £140. I charged him for the secondary plate heat exchanger I'd never bought, but the guy at the plumbing shop wrote me out a ticket for it. And I went away and I didn't lose an hour's sleep because if something had gone wrong with that boiler, I'd be looking at jail time. And it turned out that the tenant at this property, this is a bit of a black pill, and I'm not entirely sure where some people will actually know this person. He also had another property 2 or 3 doors up, and one of his previous tenants was somebody called Sammy Woodhouse.
Not ringing a bell.
I'll just leave it there. It might have
Okay.
gone over some people's heads. I'll just leave it there. I need a wee. Be right back.
Now it's time to think it through. Who's that guy is? That's got to be important. Yeah, but still,
I wanted to look it up, but I forgot the name already.
I
I mean, he
mean,
can just ramble on and on and on, and I have no idea what he's talking about.
he talked with the sense. He talked about the installations, of course. That maybe like a little rumble for plenty peeps. But yeah, as far you are not working with the plumbing, then you don't recalling the issue or reasons. I did rumble it at some point as well. But still, there was thingy what there was issue with the heater, and it turned out they replaced the heater for totally new one. But the new heater working on 2.8 bars pressure. All installation is in the house is made for like about 1 bar, not 2.8. So I just waiting until it's gonna get like sucked or fucked up at few points, because it's not gonna run on 2.8 when it's made like in 80s for 1 bar at max. If that make any sense for any of you.
No.
Sorry.
What's going on here?
Okay then. That means eight. What time do you got? 3 hours. Okay, so let's wait. Let's wait for Lofer till he finished with his pressure out there.
I've micturated. I've got 2 homebrew cans full of pee. I'll have to
Only
empty them.
two?
Have another pint. Yeah, it really, really bloody annoyed me. Really annoyed me. Like I said, you've got a legal responsibility to fulfil all the guidelines to make sure that somebody that's living in a property is safe. From like your carbon monoxide poisoning or their house blowing up, or getting poisoned by Legionella bacterium on a big scale. They apply these rules really rigorously vis-a-vis the entertainment place that I do the work for, and yet on a smaller scale, they get away with it, and it really annoys me. If you're going to do a job, do it bloody well properly, and if you can't do the job, get somebody in that can do the job.
Well, I agree with that.
Yeah, but they are scamming everyone these days.
The amount of times I've had to clean up or fix another mechanic's or engineer or what you call us, the guy's mess, it's insane.
And
Claire,
that
Claire,
was an
sorry
easy
to
task, right?
I mean, we need to involve the people who are in the chat rather than the people on the panel. Claire, I'm pretty sure, but I'm crap with names. I'm absolutely crap with names and faces. I walked into Screwfix one day and there was a chippy walking out the door as I was walking in and said, "Hello, Lofer, how are you doing?" I said, "Who are you?" He said, "You were working with me last week on a job for such and such a body." I said, "I'm shit with faces and names. I'm pretty sure that I've met Sammy Woodhouse. She used to live in the Clifton area of Rotherham." And another Doomer Black Pill, I'm going to name drop now. Banaras Hussein got let out of prison last year, and I fitted his bathroom 20 years ago. Right, can we go with some jokes now, please?
Go for it.
Um,
Why not? I was all about to end it up, but okay, let it be. Let's put it out to the public. Why not? Everyone needs to smile from time to time.
Big world, small world issues. You wonder why I smoke and drink.
Big word, small issues.
Small world, big world, small world.
it's
Getting
a
big.
small world after all. No, that's a Disney song. Never mind.
How do you make a tissue dance? Come on, Scrooge, give us a punchline. Could do with a laugh.
You blow on it? I don't know. Yes, how's about some more jokes? Good idea. How
It's
do
coming
you
one,
make
but
tissue dance?
I don't know.
How do I make my crypto go up a bit more? Because I'm at the just on the edge of a sale order. Just a couple of points more.
Just keep it on. Keep it on for now. Don't be panicked.
Bit
Wait a
a
little.
little boogie. Put a little boogie in it.
Yeah, put a little boogie in it. I sort of got that. It might be an Americanized joke. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of, yeah.
A boogie.
A little bit
Boogie.
of a bar out of that one. Thanks, Scrooge.
Boogie, 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 boogie. No, 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 no. Something.
That's different than the boogeyman. It's not someone who boogies.
Yeah, boogie and boogie. Yeah. Okay, so ladies and gents, let's call it with that funny thingy at the end. So, ladies and gents, let's quit those Saturday scrap night for tonight at this point, and yeah, we will see. I bet on the next week. So I'm gonna say thank you very much, everyone in the chat and on the panel, to joining me. So take care, have a good one, and thanks for tonight. Cheers, peeps. Not joking, very sad.
Bye. Bye all.
Take care, peeps. Have a good one and see you around.